Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Doodle stream. We are here once again, another Friday morning. I appreciate you guys stopping by, spending a little time with me. Hope everybody's doing okay, staying sane, staying healthy, staying safe, all the good stuff. Thank you guys for being here. It's always nice to see so many people already waiting with bated breath on the edge of their seats. I appreciate it. Hello to everybody who's already sending off in the chat. Hello, Building with Steve, London Bridge Bricks, Hawkeye Lego Man. We got Teddy Lyons, Brickhead Family, Kin Marlowe Brick, Maddie. Of course, Bricks O'Brien is in the chat. He may also be in the stream. We'll see. And Addison, it's been a long time, Addison. Hope you're doing all right if you're still watching. Hello, Bama Bricks. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to the Doodle stream. Just in case you've never been here before. Hello. Was it Robbie Jizzle, I think? Or Geisel? Hello. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. If you've never been here before, this is where I draw stuff that you guys suggest. So we sit here for 3 hours together Friday morning, and I just draw. I just draw stuff that you guys suggest. I just draw the discussion that we have, and it's actually a lot of fun. The stream goes by incredibly quick. I can never really process how fast the stream goes on Friday mornings. Hello, InTalk. And Bama Bricks is over there in Twitch throwing the Mr. Hinkle chill emotes. I appreciate that, Bama Bricks. And this is streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. So thank you to either platform. If you're watching on either, I appreciate it. And of course, if you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching this video message from the past. So joining me today is my buddy, Brian Saviano, a.k.a. Bricks O'Brien.
We're buddies?
Maybe.
Well, I'm glad you keep me around just to, have you co-host these streams because, you need some energy.
Yeah, it helps. Especially when I have audio issues, it helps to have another human being to speak to in the stream.
Yeah, especially when you have like everything else going on in life, you need a little injection of electricity in the form of Bricks O'Brien.
That is exactly. Hello for Zoom and InTalk. Hello. So Brian is here with me in the stream today. He's going to help. He's a chat reading professional. If he can handle whatever it is, 97 to 100 people.
Yep, asking me to play Fortnite at one time while they emote in front of me and ask me what my favorite Lego set is for the 900th time. I think I can handle a few adults suggesting things to Doodle.
Exactly. So before we dive into today's stream, I want to run through the usual housekeeping. Just in case you guys are not following me on social media, you can find me at Mr. Kevin Hinkle. That is my personal account on pretty much all the social media platforms there are. If you'd like to follow just my artwork as a freelance artist, you can find me at MrHinkleDraws. I try to post every day. I think I'm pretty good about posting some kind of art content every single day on social media. It's a little exhausting, I'll tell you. You can also find me online. KevinAHinkle.com is my website. The portfolio update is currently in the works. So if you're interested in kind of seeing all the new content that I've created over the last year, that should be going up very, very soon. I've already delivered all of the resaved assets. So check that out. Of course, a huge shout out to all the incredible people who help me and support me over on Patreon. You can find me at patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws, where their monthly financial pledges make an absolute world of difference. And I really appreciate that. You can find me at patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. These folks you see right before your very eyes are the people that currently support me on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can help me pay the bills, keep the lights on, keep the kids fed, and allow me to continue producing artwork and sharing it with you guys. So I want to run through these folks as they deserve a quick shout out. So thank you once again to Adrian Cordero, Ben Rollman, Benjamin Paxak, Beyond the Brick, Blickeen, Brainy Bricks, Brian Saviano, Brian Schmidtke, Bricksmith, Bubba Bricks, Canadian Papa Bear, Chris Fabinski, Chris Giddens, Dana M. Urban, Dave Gwan, Dave Pickett, Doc Sampson, Eclipse Graphics, Elspeth de Montez, Intalk, Jamie Seaborn, J.J, JBricks27, John Y, Justin J. Marler, Jinxie425, Carl's Vic Bricks, London Bridge Bricks, a new addition as of this morning. Thank you, sir. Maniac for Bricks, Marlo Bricks, Meredith Najwitz, Mevitz Bricks, Michael Kenimoto, MJ Sweet 130. I think I saw him in the chat earlier. Ninja with the Bricks, Paganimation, Russell Clark, Scott's Toys, Shayna Clank, Shy Time is My Time, Steven Struble, The Brick Burrow, The Brickhead Family, Valerie Champagne, Vanessa H, and Winter Bricker. Thank you guys very, very much for your support. And if you're not familiar with Patreon, it is a platform where artists and other content creators can kind of seek, a little bit more stable income on a monthly basis by providing incentives, rewards, perks, all kinds of stuff. And so if you are interested, check it out. I do have a little description on my Patreon page for what are the things you get. What do you get for throwing a little money my way? And I hope that it is worth it every month. I am constantly brainstorming ways to give back to my patrons. So if you're one of these awesome folks on this list, feel free to comment on any of the posts on Patreon. There's also it's kind of like a community tab on Patreon where you can just have a chat. Feel free to throw ideas if you're like, hey, have you considered doing this, that, or whatever? Just because I want to make sure my patrons feel as though it is money well spent. So thank you guys once again for being here. And you'll also notice there was quite a few new names from last week. So it's incredible every week that we get new folks added on there. So thank you guys.
Kevin, how many patrons are there? I can't count. How many?
As of this morning, 46.
Gotcha. Okay. Just wanted to give everyone context for how much support there actually is for what you do. It's
amazing. It is an incredible, rewarding feeling that it's like these people like stuff I make, so that's pretty good. It's like it enough that they're like, here's some money. It's incredible. Hello to we got Larry in the chat, and we've also got, I think I saw J Bricks. Yep, J Bricks 27. You made it, and thank you for your awesome suggestion about putting the countdown timer on Instagram. I'm like, why have I not done that every week? It's so stupid. So that was a really awesome suggestion. Appreciate it. And hello, Hope Castle. Reed is here. So I do have a couple of announcements. I know we want to get straight to the doodles, as do I. I thought I only had one announcement, and then I'm like, oh, I actually have a couple announcements. So I'm going to run through those as quick as I can so we can get to the art. I know that is why everybody's here. That's why I'm here.
We're here to hang out with you, Kevin. Come on.
Is that what it's all about? We're going to switch the doodle stream to like a chill stream.
It's one of the only times of the week I actually talk to you for longer than like 20 minutes. So yes, it is to hang out with you.
I like this. Ken's like, for less than the cost of a cup of coffee, you too can help feed the Hinkle family. It's very true. Maybe I should make one of those like sappy videos with my kids. I'd be like, all right, look a little destitute. All right. A little bit more.
Just a little bit of, water underneath the eyes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Brickhead family is a strong word. And Hawkeye Lego Man says, you deserve it, Kevin. Appreciate it. So yeah, let me run through these real quick. Speaking of Patreon, using that as a springboard, I actually made a public declaration about 4 months ago. You guys remember throughout the entire duration of 2019, I also alternated this stream with a Lego building stream. So I had a Lego building stream called Backlog Building, where I kind of sat also for 3 hours, built Lego sets with friends, and we just really kind of talked about Lego. And I know I've got a lot of Lego connections, a lot of Lego friends, especially here in the chat. And so I appreciate their time and what they're interested in. What's going on, Canadian Papa Bear over in Twitch? Fuzzy Pickles indeed. Good morning, sir. And I had made this declaration when I decided to end the Lego building stream. And it was never forever, but I said, hey, look, here's the deal. If I can get up to, I just threw an arbitrary number out. I was like, if I can hit 50 patrons, I'll bring Backlog Building back. I actually didn't really think I was going to get anywhere near that. I think I was at like 8 when I made that statement. But if nothing, I am a man of my word. And so we are at as I mentioned to Brian, we're at 46 patrons right now. If I hit 50 patrons, I will bring back the Lego building stream on a weekly basis. It will not take over this stream. I really like this stream. I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it every Friday. So this stream is planted. Doodle stream is planted Friday morning. So this is looking to add a second weekly stream on top of this. And also, I am not looking during the quote-unquote work time hours. So if we hit 50, it's coming back. I am getting prepared for that. I've been making look, I'll give you a little sneak, right? You guys look in the upper right-hand corner where you got the little me with the pencil. We may be having some Lego time soon.
So let me put this into context for everyone else out there. So how many patrons are you at right now?
46 right now.
All right. So not to phrase it exactly this way, Kevin, but ladies and gentlemen of the chat, if you haven't been supporting Kevin yet, for literally $4 more, you could get him to do 3 more hours of content a week.
Every week.
Like it's literally $4 from like 4 of you. Like there's no other way to phrase it to like get you to do it. So if you haven't done it, I'm already doing it. So there's nothing I can do. But if you haven't already, please do.
Yeah, it's and hello, Near Family Treehouse and Galagade and Leyla Maniac. I was actually just about to talk about Leyla Maniac. It's the next item on my update list. But yes, I am, like I said, I'm a man of my word. If we hit 50 patrons, I will bring back the backlog building. And when I'm done building the sets from the backlog, because I don't have a lot of sets in my backlog, but when I'm done, I will keep the stream going and actually turn it into a creative Lego building stream. So I'll be working on mocks. I know, right? Kevin builds mocks again. What does the world come to?
Wow.
But that is out there for you guys. Just so you know, like I said, it will not take the place of this stream. This stream is locked and loaded, and so this would be an additional stream. And like I said, I threw it out there, and I'm gonna stick to it. And as Steve said in the chat, you get a special Hinkle drawing. Yeah, if you support me at the $5 tier, it's only $5. I do make you a unique illustration and I mail it to you. And that is, as some other eagle-eyed Hinkle fans had noted, they're like, Kevin, don't you normally charge like $40, $50, $60 for something like that? I'm like, I do. That is exactly what I charge for one of those. But somebody who is going out of their way to support me every month, I really appreciate it. So I want to show that appreciation with a unique drawing.
So what you're literally saying is there's no reason that someone shouldn't support you because you're getting artwork and you're supporting an independent artist and getting more content out of you. I don't know what people could want more from you, Kevin. Honestly. Honestly.
Right. I appreciate it. And I think the drawings are pretty fun. There's some good ones out there that I've tossed out into the wild. So that's enough about that. Our next thing I want to talk about. Hello, Joey. We got Maniac for Bricks in the chat. Next thing I want to talk about real quick is Leyla Maniac. He is in the chat right now. I will actually be joining him on his channel for his 24-hour live stream, which is supporting a charity. You can check him out. I'm going to pop in for about an hour to maybe an hour and a half tomorrow night around 9 o'clock my time. So 9 o'clock Eastern time. And he is going to be running like a little poll in his stream. And we're going to identify a Star Wars Lego character. And while I'm on his stream, I'm going to draw that character for all of you guys with traditional medium, not the digital. So we'll be going old school pen and color to paper. And once we're done, that will be given out, raffled out of some kind. So somebody can win that drawing. So that should be a lot of fun. So check that out. Starting next week, we're going to do something new with the Doodle streams. We're going to try themed episodes. We're going to see how it goes. I'm kind of excited for it. And when I say themed episodes, I mean we're going to say, all right, today's theme is video games. And so you can still suggest whatever you want, and I will draw it. But we're just kind of trying to keep it in some kind of theme for the duration of the episode. So it could be any video game character, new, past, present, whatever. So we're going to try that out next week. It'll be our first themed episode. I'm still brainstorming. I do want to keep the theming slightly open so that you're not like, oh no, I can't think of anything. But that should be exciting. And that was actually one of Brian's suggestions from I think a month or two ago. And so we're going to try it out and see how that goes. Last last but not least, I did finally launch. Papa Bear's like, wait, themes. How am I going to keep my crazy creatures cut? You have to wait for the video game theme episode or fantasy creatures. I finally launched my convention discount that I offer at shows for stickers and prints on Etsy. So if you check that out, I know that is something a lot of people have asked about for a while. I can't believe we're 20 minutes in. I haven't drawn anything. So check me out on Etsy, etsy.com/shop/MrHinkleDraws. Is where I sell stickers and prints. I usually have like a bundle discount I offer when I'm physically at a show with a table. And I was trying to figure out what was the right way to go about incorporating that on Etsy. I figured it out. It's a little manual on the back end, but it gives you guys an opportunity to have a discount and get things in bundle. So those are live. There's a sticker bundle discount and there's a print bundle discount now. Just make sure if you do go for that, there is action required on your part. You do need to type into the notes to seller when you check out what you want. So if you do the bundle of 10 stickers, I need to know what 10 stickers you want. So you have to tell me. You can't just like select from the drop down. But check that out. And then also, I just locked in last night. I will be a part of Brick World Virtual, the next Brick World Virtual show, actually in a couple weeks, May 16th.
There's another one?
There's another one because Brick World Chicago was officially canceled very, very recently. I think within the last couple days. And so they're doing another virtual show. I will be a part of it. I've locked it in. I will be hosting a room where I will be basically doing this, but with the kiddos, and it'll be 100% Lego focused. So we'll be probably drawing minifigures until I'm sick of drawing minifigures, and that's okay. That's fine. But that'll be on the 16th. I'm pretty sure the tickets are still going to be $5 again, and I do think it's actually kind of worth it. I was a little skeptical when I first heard of the concept, but I dipped in there at the very end of the last Brick World Virtual, and I was like, yeah, this is not bad for $5. So I'm going to be doing that. I'll also be having a presentation showing the process of how I draw a Lego minifigure. So there we go. That's enough, right? 20 minutes of announcements is way too much. Let me hide that banner there. Thank you guys for being so patient during all of that. London Bridge Brick says, oh no. Yeah, that was, are you talking about Steve, the discount can apply to the bundle. You can apply the Patreon discount. Patrons get a discount to my store. You can apply that to the bundle. It's all good.
Which is even more of a reason to contribute to Kevin on Patreon, which I'm sure most of you have. I just want to be that hype man, you know.
Hey, everyone's got to have that hype man. That's appreciated. So I'm going to start off, actually. I saw this comment way up in the beginning from Addie, and she said, can you draw a knight attacking COVID-19? I actually want to start off with that. But you guys feel free to throw ideas into the chat as always. Let's start drawing. I'm going to start drawing. I'm going to let Brian handle you guys in the chat. I'm going to start drawing.
Now everyone's just, talking to themselves and getting acquainted, getting settled in. Nice cup of coffee and a blanket, maybe.
Oh, good.
It's pretty rainy up toward where I am. I'm sure it's the same for you, Kevin.
It is. It's been rainy for like days.
Yeah.
Has it been the same for you? Like literally like 3 days, I think.
Yeah, it went from like super rainy and dreary and blah to being super sunny and like 55 and then back to this. So now we're back to this. Yeah, we had a couple weeks ago, I feel like we had 2 or 3 days of just beautiful spring weather. And then it was like, actually, no, you live in New England. Back to winter. Right. Exactly.
Back to winter.
Jay Bricks in the chat asked who is speaking. I'm assuming he's not referring to Kevin, who's speaking in the stream. So my name is Brian Saviano Bricks O'Brien, as you may see in the chat. I am helping Kevin MC the chat. And, I would usually say, like, keep the kids in line, which is my line when I play video games on my live streams and my videos. But I don't need to do that here. So it's more so just to fill the void of silence as Kevin draws COVID-19 being attacked by a knight. So, yeah.
Yes. That was something else that was another suggestion that someone's like, hey, you should have someone pop in the stream. I mean, this was a while ago at this point, but anybody who's new, I think Jay Bricks has not been able to attend one of the streams before, if I recall correctly.
Oh, okay.
Was like, hey, you should have someone pop in and like watch the chat for you. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. I'm willing to try stuff out.
Yeah,
and
right.
so it's not every time, but it's almost every time I'll have somebody pop in and they can just watch you guys while I draw, which does help me draw more. I may be able to produce more.
Ken Marlowe is like, Bricks O'Brien is professional or moderator and professional chat reader, as well as Animal Crossing playing extraordinaire.
Oh, okay. Did you do your chores?
I'm thinking about skipping ahead till tomorrow and doing some more chores while you're drawing. We'll see. I don't know. It depends how much Ken will call me out publicly for it.
Well, to be fair, I think twice now. I didn't assume you did. You gave your own. You tipped your own hand twice, and I was like, oh, okay, all right.
But you know what? I still maintain that you wouldn't know the difference if I didn't say anything.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
So you know what? Either that makes me like very good at what I do, or very good at like hiding. I don't know. I would like to think the former, but yeah. Winterbreaker is in the chat over on Twitch. Hello. While you're drawing, Kevin, I'll do another shameful plug for you if you don't mind.
Yeah. How dare you? No, go ahead. That's fine.
So there's all sorts of emotes and whatnot you can unlock over on twitch.tv/MrHinkleDraws. So if you happen to have, if you can support Kevin on Patreon, that's awesome. Twitch is another great way to do that if you want to watch over there. There's a few people watching there right now, and a lot of them are subscribed to the channel.
It's awesome.
You can get custom MrHinkleDraws emotes that you can use all across the platform, as illustrated by the little guy in the top right-hand corner where it says #Doodle stream.
That's right. There he is.
So if you have Amazon Prime and you get things shipped to your house as it is, you can use a free subscription over on twitch.tv/MrHinkleDraws for free and give Kevin an extra few dollars every month without it costing a dime for you. So take it from the top 1/10% of the Amazon executives and give it to Kevin. So
I almost feel like you need to have like a Bernie voice ready to roll when you say that. Like
1/10 of 1% of the Amazon associates,
like just ready to go.
We need to take that money and bring it to the independent artists who deserve it the most. And I am doing the hands just like he does.
I know you are. I don't even need to see it. I know you are. I'm not even looking.
But you can tell.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if you want to support him there, if you have Amazon Prime, it's literally free, and you get the emotes too. Even if you don't watch on Twitch, just do it, and it's easy. So, and Joey is over there. So who doesn't want to talk to Joseph Maluzzo? So go over there and talk to Joey, talk to Bama Bricks, talk to Canadian Papa Bear, Winterbricker. All right, the homies are over there.
Oh yeah.
All right, Doc Sampson's over on YouTube. It's like we got the legends on each side of the internet, the YouTube and the Twitch. So
what's going on, Doc? I love it. There is definitely legends on both sides of this right now.
Oh man.
I'm also happy that, I'm always happy when there's more friends over on the Twitchverse. I do really like Twitch. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I realize I have a lot of folks that are on YouTube and appreciate the content being here, and I have no plans to stop. I had a couple plans to stop when Capo was being a thing.
Sure.
But I appreciate when my Twitch friends are not totally alone. And it's like one, because how you just have a conversation with yourself.
Oh yeah. No, but the more that you promote that place as a place for people to go, and the more people that will filter in when, they're just browsing on the art category. Because usually if there's like, 2 people watching, it doesn't really get a lot of traction from, just the general browsing audience. But if there's like 10 people, 8 people or something, then yeah, that's like a good amount,
For sure. And hello, Tiny. We got Tiny Bricks. Tiny is normally on Twitch. Yeah. Tiny was one of the first early Twitch viewers, and I think got a little lonely and popped over into YouTube.
That's fair. Dylan, hello. There's also Ghost Frickin' Talking that went over there, as well as Ken, to say hi to Canadian Papa Bear and the others. So
all the friends, appreciate it. I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a hospital sign on his shield.
Right? Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm doing this from memory, right? Isn't it just like this with the snake on the stick?
Yep, exactly.
So I was thinking.
Dylan, yes, you can request a drawing. I'm taking note of a few suggestions in particular, but anyone who wants to put a suggestion in the chat is more than welcome to.
Yeah,
we'll
please
try to
do.
get to it as best as Kevin can. I was going to say best as we can, but I'm not doing anything. So it's as best as Kevin can. And just so you know, Kevin, because you need to get on the alert train.
I do.
Things.
I know.
Mr. Marlowe Bricks over on Twitch has subscribed with Twitch Prime. So there you go.
Thank you, Ken. Did it not? I thought I had it set up so that I would get a thing in the chat. It happened before.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay, was it in the chat? Did I just miss it?
You missed it. You're still in the zone, Kevin. It's tough. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Okay, good. That was like really important to me, just because I've had some issues, as I've discussed before, with like using OBS.
Yeah,
and I think that's really just a technology thing. For me, I'll upgrade when I can, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I activated some chat bot to tell me when people do stuff like that, because I did feel really bad when I would just have no way of knowing when people subscribed, or no way of knowing in chat, or in stream.
Well, now I got you. So you got that, and Ken did that. So thank you, Ken. Appreciate that. The only issue with the Twitch Prime is you have to manually re-up it every 30 days because they want you to forget about it. So if it happens to be that time, we'll remind you. But thank you for that.
Oh, let me see what. Papa B, can you put it in again? The chat has scrolled. Okay, is it in the?
I got
it in the private chat here. I want to look at this. His are always insane.
Well, I don't know what so he requested a and good job on the COVID-19 battling.
Thank you.
Good job. It's a SMT4 Minotaur.
Yes.
What's an SMT?
It's that's it's a acronym for a video game. Oh my goodness, it's like a Minotaur with a skull in its snout. Oh, what in the world is this?
I kind of want to look it up too.
I am always totally fascinated with all these. That's crazy.
How are you going to draw that in a doodle? That's like what?
Hello there, Zane Kun 33. How are you?
What? It's got like. Okay, Papa Bear. You know what? You're great. Look at all the details in the bull arms and the veins and the snout.
All right, I'm gonna try. This is like my second doodle for the day.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be awful.
Can you draw this very specific Minotaur with an incredible amount of detail?
I love it, Kevin. I love it. I'll be honest. I'll take one of these characters over a Fortnite character every day.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with it. One of the most popular games to exist ever, Kevin. All right, just saying.
It's true. I appreciate its success.
Ken's like, you got some good practice drawing COVID-19.
Yeah, that's like the fourth time now I've drawn. That the virus, like, what do you call that? Like the illustration of the microscopic virus as a cartoon character.
And can I just say something to you, Kevin? And this is not me jerking your chain at all. All right.
Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, go ahead.
The subscription badges you have on Twitch are killer. With the pencil.
Oh yeah,
colors. Yeah. I love it, and it makes like mine. I think is relatively good with the Lego studs from like the Lego games, but that is like perfect. And
thank you.
You're killing me with what you come out with. It's just man.
The check's in the mail.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I thank you. I appreciate that. I sit there and I do, like, yes, I'm busy and I have a lot of freelance jobs and stuff that I'm doing, and so my time is kind of limited. Mm-hmm. But I do brainstorm things all the time, and I actually had almost a year ago had thought of something. I didn't quite realize that's what it was. I was like, oh, there's these little symbols next to people's names in Twitch. I should probably think about what I want to do for that one day. And I had, I might still end up using this, but I had a design that was basically that pencil, but with a brick, like a 2x2 brick for the eraser.
Ooh,
And,
okay.
and I was like, that's kind of a cool fusion of like both worlds. And I actually tried to do it. And it was just how small it has to be. It just kind of, the brick vanishes.
Right.
And you're just like, oh, it's like a weird jaggedy eraser. And I was like, no, I'm going to have to kill it. But so like that was based on an idea I drew on a Post-it note that's been sitting on my desk for more than a year. This is like, oh, I guess it's time to make this. And a lot of times I'll just do stuff like that when like if I have an idea, I'll sketch it out really, really quick, and then maybe I won't touch it forever.
Right.
But I'm able to pull it back and go, oh yeah, this was a thing I had at one point.
Yeah, no, but I like the idea, and like I told you personally, like that is like the hardest problem that a lot of people who stream have is like, all right, let me get the brand identity, let me get all the things looking succinct and in line with each other, and obviously that part is taken care of for you, so it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that you have this identity with the emoji, rather emote, whatever you want to call it, version of you,
yeah,
the big question is, are you now transferring that across your whole branding, or are you still debating on that?
So that's a very good question.
I really only ask relatively decent questions at the worst.
Yes, I am a fan of it. I think the whole cutesy factor actually is pretty good.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like, I want to draw cute pictures of myself. No, it's like, I think it really, I don't know. It like,
if you want to draw cute pictures of yourself, you're more than welcome to, you know?
So I don't want to change my icon like that. I think that actually, I like that a lot. Like the face that you guys will see as like my icon on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
But I think there are definitely some opportunities to roll it out to other places. So don't be surprised if you start seeing it used elsewhere.
Yeah, I like it. And I like, I mean, my avatar, my branding and all that is very animated, like a cartoon character, like a video game character. And I feel like the more that you animate yourself and make the character less about you, but like a likeness of you, the more you can do with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it can be more expressive.
Yeah, right. And in ways that, maybe you normally wouldn't be, or you're not going to toss Lego bricks up in the air. That doesn't look good for you.
No.
Personally, yeah. But like a little animated version of you, it's like,
we can't all be Jamie Berard and pull that off.
Right. No, not at all. Not even close. So,
yeah, totally. There's one more. I've got, not to tip my entire hand, but I've got one more of those for my long-term plans for gaming.
Ooh.
So we're not even gonna discuss Kevin's streaming gaming, but it is part of my 3-pronged stream strategy for my 5-year plan or whatever.
The 5-year plan.
The 5-year plan, and I figured if I'm updating stuff, why not go ahead and throw that in there too? Who knows? It might not ever be used, but yeah, no, I'm looking at moving over some of that, the new the emote stuff to other places. I'm also for any folks that are currently a patron and listening, I am considering having a sticker sheet of the emotes as gifts for patrons as well. So, people on Twitch, you have to subscribe to get them, and that's already giving me, $5 a month for that. Or using your Twitch, your Amazon Prime. And so I figured if you're already supporting me on Patreon too, you should definitely have some kind of access to those too. So I'm thinking of producing like a sticker sheet with those and mailing them out for patrons.
That would be cool.
So one of the other ideas rolling around in the old noggin.
Dylan saying, Doc, can you ask Ken a question for me? So I'm assuming that Dylan is not wanting to ask Ken. Yeah. So
what's happening?
This is Brian talking. Hi, this is not Ken this week. Ken is busy being Ken. I have to deal with the chat this week, but you can ask Ken whatever you want to. If you want to ask me a question, Brian, you can. So yeah.
It's like when you're in an argument, can you tell so-and-so to tell so-and-so
Right,
that I'm not talking to him?
Can you go tell your mother that I said this? Like,
oh, yeah, that's always good.
Doc says, I would like to see what Kevin thinks some Legend of Zelda minifigs would look like. Hashtag we want Lego Zelda. Have you?
Oh, man.
Have you drawn that?
No, I need to. I think that's the next thing I'm going to draw.
Ooh. There we go.
This is so okay.
I'm down for that.
This is so rough. You know that, Papa B. This is second doodle of the day. This is
the second one.
But yeah, he always had. Oh, I don't know why he always does that. He always has the craziest, but it's always from this game. This game has such insane characters.
Is it possible for you to show the source image?
Yeah, I will. I'll bring that up.
Just for context.
Just for context, indeed. Hello, Adikin. All right, let's see. Let me get this up on. I've been using my phone to look up reference rate lately, so I need to get this up on laptop. So today, getting into family life, today was crazy because both of my kids have conferences, like live stream Zoom meeting conferences today at 11. And I'm like, oh no, my internet's going to totally, like 3 different people, 3 different times, all streaming. It's like, oh no. Oh no. So that's in 20 minutes. That's in 20 minutes, just so you guys know. Minotaur. Okay, I got the goods.
You got it. So this is a very, very intricate drawing.
It's
like the version you drew is like if Lepin made the action figure of that. Like, yeah, it's very
it's crazy. His snout is a skull.
I didn't even realize that.
His snout is a skull.
Yep. That's a lot going on. So thank you, Canadian Papa Bear, for that amazing request to really get Kevin thinking today.
That's how we get going. All right. I'll delete that layer. We don't need that anymore. All right. Yeah, let's do who suggested Legend of Zelda fig?
Samson, a Legend of Zelda minifig. So you can either do Zelda herself or Link, or what version of Link. I'm tempted to leave that to you, but I obviously have some bias when it comes to which version of Link. So
Ken's like, that's a great drawing. The reference photo. Look how good it is. Look how I just got copy and paste from Google. Look how amazing. All right. Yeah. I'll do Link, right? You got to do Link. That's what you got to do.
Now, which version?
Oh.
Now, are you going to show your oldness bias with some Ocarina of Time? Are you going to get hit with the kids and go Breath of the Wild, Chibi with Link's Awakening remastered?
My oldness.
No, I
love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I feel like it has to be classic Link with the green outfit.
Sure.
Like there literally I get that it's like critically acclaimed, one of the best games ever. But literally, there's only one Zelda game where he wears a blue tunic and has no hat, and there's like 60 that he is.
It's also the best-selling Zelda game of all time, so it's resonated with more people, in a way.
I guess.
You're just old, okay?
I'll tell you that I really appreciate the fact that you can get the older outfits in the game.
Yes.
But I like the blue. I like the design. I like the departure. And I have nothing against it. But I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. That was nice. So where's the Link with the green? Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like if there is going to be a Link minifig, we got to go old school with this. Whoops. Way too close.
I'm waiting for them to. I know this isn't a Lego stream necessarily. I'm waiting for the day they announce actual Zelda sets. You know it's gonna happen.
I hope so.
I'm so ready for it.
I can only hope.
Yeah. Let's see. Solo Bricker Solo Brick Builder is in the chat. Hello. Let's see. Sorry, is the theme suggestions starts next week or this week, Kevin? Gallagate, it's next week is when it starts.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out starting next week.
And the theme has not been confirmed, right?
No, I don't think I'm gonna announce it ahead of time.
Sure.
I think I'll just think about it the morning of and be like, all right, we're doing this. But I do kind of want, like I said, I want to keep it somewhat vague because I want to give as many people like the chance to think of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to be like, all right, today's theme is 18th century medieval workings. Like, I'm not gonna, it's like, dang.
Specific.
Like, yeah, I will only be doing Native American pottery today. It's like, I'll try to, think of things like, all right, today's going to be video games, television, film, nature, whatever. I also want to try to, do some themes that I don't draw a lot of. Like vehicles. There should definitely be a vehicle themed episode because I don't ever draw vehicles. I'm terrible at drawing vehicles. So that's the only way I can get better at drawing them is to keep drawing them.
Exactly.
All right. And he's going to have a new shield mold because
I was going to say, is he going with he's definitely not going with printed because Nintendo has the money for the mold to give, let Lego.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's going to have a new molded shield. I think he's going to have, and definitely a hair hat combo.
Yeah, totally.
And I think he'll have a new sword, of course.
Hair hat, but no ears, right?
No, there'll be ears because there's ears on like the elves and stuff, like Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and.
But is that like a distinct feature of him? I mean,
I think it is. Yeah. Hello, Commander Meerkat in Twitch chat. Let's do.
I'm looking up Link in Ocarina of Time. Oh yeah, those are big ears. Oh yeah, you gotta put those in. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. We have some more requests in here. I'm gonna take notice of as many requests as I can.
Okay, are you throwing them in the private chat?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thanks.
So ones that I'm noticing that are like, oh, okay, cool.
You might have to remind me.
Sure,
I might forget that you've done such a thing.
Okay, so he's got the wavy locks. I like it.
One of the things that I don't know what they would do is the eyes.
So I was just going to ask you, what are you going to do about the eyes? And if you look at all of the minifigure series for Disney and all that, they all have the same eye.
The Lego eye, or
yes, except if it's a custom molded head, is what I'm.
Okay.
So Mickey obviously doesn't have standard eyes, neither does Donald and Daisy and all that.
So that's actually a pretty good thing. So if the face is just printed and the hair and the hat is the mold, they would probably use the regular Lego eyes. Yeah.
Except for I believe Hades is not standard. He might have standard eyes. Let me check. Because there's some shading around his eye sockets too. So he does not have standard Lego eyes, but he's also an animated character, larger than life, I guess. So maybe it makes sense. I don't know if you saw this. Apparently, they announced a live-action Hercules. You see that?
I did see that.
I said amongst my friends from the get-go, I was like, the one remake they have to do live action, and it will be objectively the best because of just what it is and the theme and the characters and the voice talent they could get is Hercules. I think that's going to be the best one.
Well, I mean, they're going to do all of them.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
that's what they could do the most with. So Aladdin really benefited from having the modern day CGI, the crazy effects, and the writing because Genie. So what other Disney movie could benefit from that to a higher capacity? I think it's Hercules, just because of all the gods and everything, heaven and all that.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Do you like any of those? Are you a fan?
I like all the old classic Disney animated films. It's been actually a while since I've seen some of the older ones, like Hercules. I can't remember the last time I watched Hercules. And and Aladdin is one of the top favorites.
Of course.
Got to have some dual molded legs here.
Yes, you do.
With a print for the boot and the tunic.
The sword looks more like a
Wind Waker?
Yeah, more like a dagger, I think.
Oh. Well, the Master Sword's not really that long.
Is it really?
Like, I feel like when I play a lot of Zelda games and they have other swords, I always am reminded at how short the Master Sword is when I compare it to other swords in the game. Right. I'm like, oh, it's not that long. Like in my mind, the Master Sword is like the sword. It's like, you know,
of course,
it's Evil's was it Evil's Bane or whatever. But I'm constantly like, oh, there's much bigger swords in like every game. It's like, oh, I don't know.
Commander Meerkat.
It's a little. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, saying Commander Meerkat is in the chat. Hello. That's it. And Ken Marlowe.
I petition that we get Kevin Sorbo to play Hercules. That would be very appropriate. All right, let's do. I guess I'm going to try to do this from memory real quick. I don't need to look this up.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you need to look that up, then you got to play a Zelda game soon.
Exactly. I don't think I need to look this up.
Nah.
And then this action.
And Bama Brick saying, Kevin, they're all available on Disney Plus. So if you are done with Baby Yoda show, then you can start watching all the classic movies again. Exactly.
That's true.
All the Star Wars movies are going to be on Disney Plus May 4th as well.
I need to do Clone Wars as well. Because the thing is, I don't have Disney Plus. I'm using my friend's account. And he doesn't mind, but I also don't want to like, can I use it forever? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like use it forever.
Right.
And so he let me use it specifically so I could watch The Mandalorian, which I did. And I think now I need to do the whole Clone Wars thing because that's the last season or whatever.
You've seen all The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
So they're coming out with a special about the production and behind the scenes on May 4th. If you're at all interested, I'm super interested. So that's what I'm looking forward for.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks really good. All right, there's my Lego Link.
Lego Link looking good.
Lego Link. All right, let me look through the you've pulled out the suggestions. All right, I'm going to go with, let's see, London Bridge Brick says, I have a suggestion. The Marshmallow Man eating a 2x4 brick. You're not supposed to eat those.
But he's a Marshmallow Man. It's fine.
That's true. Is it the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
I don't know of any other Marshmallow Man.
I don't either. Let me look real quick. I'm going to search Marshmallow Man. It's only going to show me Stay Puft.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Marshmallow Man.
And yeah, Doc, I'm keeping note of all the suggestions in the chat. So you're good. Thank you.
I typed Marshmallow Man and every single image is the Stay Puft Marshmallow. So I'm going to do that. So Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Let me get Doc's comment off there. Where is it? Where did it go? There we go. I'm guessing, London Bridge Bricks' comment is well away at this point.
Gone. Yeah.
What am I doing for Oh. All right. We need to fix this.
Yeah, I feel like the drawings have been progressively getting larger and larger.
It's always a really difficult balance. It's like, and as I've said before, I do consider it a challenge of the stream to stay within. Why is it doing that? Stop that. Within one canvas. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to sit there and go, all right, let me just change the dimensions. I could, but I like that it's a thing. It's like, all right, this is the canvas. This is the canvas for the stream. This is what size we're going to be. And I think it's all 8.5 by 11 too. So I'd be like, if I ever wanted to print all these on standard piece of paper, I could.
You're right.
I've got reasoning.
Oh no, I that's the secret behind the sauce. I understand.
Let me that.
And Brickhead Family's like, oh, it could be Marshmallow, the DJ person. It could. It totally could.
Does he have a mouth? He doesn't have a mouth though. Wait, he
No,
does have a mouth. He does have. He has X's and a smile.
correct. Yes. See, you're hip with the kids. You know.
Not really. I was commissioned to draw him once upon a time. So that's why I was
Really?
like, oh, wait a minute.
Huh.
Yeah. That commission has never seen the light of day, just for the record.
There you go. Well,
I got paid, but it's never been posted anywhere. So
someone really wanted Marshmallow in their room. I don't know.
And it's kind of weird. Like, I guess technically I could. I mean, it's my artwork, right? Like, I could post it if I wanted to.
Totally.
I don't like when somebody hires me to draw a thing. I like to let them be the ones that are going to show everybody. Once it's out, then I'll post it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, here. But I just feel a little weird, like being the one, because I don't know if it's a gift for somebody or
Sure.
whatever. And so there's not many, but there are some things that I've done for people that have just never been posted. I'm like, well, all right. I'm like, okay, then. I guess no one's ever going to see this.
Yeah, I'll notice when you do the Patreon drawings, I'll see the person who you did it for post about it first, and then conveniently a day later, there you are with the pencils and the ruler. It's all organized properly, and
you know it, man.
Yeah,
I will always let them. There's a decent number of patrons that don't ever post it. But I make sure, like, I'll be like, hey, let me know when you get it, and I'll wait to confirm that they have it before I'll do that.
Right. Is Stay Puft going to be smiling or angry Godface? Have you decided?
I think he'll be happily eating this.
I think so too.
I actually drew a Stay Puft last year who was in angry / on fire. So like, and that was during the color one too. So he already had like the burnt parts of his body. So I think I'm gonna go the happy version this time.
That's fitting.
Let's see. Speaking of which, all right, there we go. I need a photo of him being happy. So many of these are him being mad.
Well, he's justifiably mad. He gets like decimated by the end of the movie.
He just popped in there.
Exactly. And London Bridge is like, oh, I can already see this is going to be good. Exactly.
Doc, you got it. Keep it real. I keep it real.
Always keeping it real, 100% of the time.
Doc is one of my favorites.
Wow, way to show bias to people in your chat, Kevin. Jeez. Jeez. I
just can't get over. I told the story so many times, but I was just like, the very first time I was ever in a stream, and I'm like, is that a puppet? I was like sitting there just like kind of taken aback, you know? And I'm like, wait, I recognize that puppet.
Did no one like address it? It was just like, oh, that's a thing.
No one addressed it in the but I think it's because I was late to the party.
Right.
Papa B says, I'm just chopped fuzzy pickles to Kevin. I was just like, I think I was late to the party. Everyone else is like, yeah, of course he is.
Isn't it like 7 a.m. there right now? Why is Doc awake?
Doc's a night owl.
Jeez.
I don't think Doc needs sleep. I don't think that's actually necessary.
Well, yeah, puppets don't need sleep. I should have known better.
And I mean, since then I've learned that the correct pronunciation, his species is a whatnot. So it's like, oh, it's not a muppet, it's a whatnot.
How could we be so ignorant, Kevin?
I know. Yeah, and Doc's like, see, Julian was like, what's your point? I was like, yeah, I'm just all right, nothing. My point is absolutely nothing.
It's 2019 at that point there. It doesn't matter.
Please mark your gender. Felt. All right, let's see. Get some.
This almost looks like an emoji right there, like a emote.
It kind of does, actually. Floating head and a hand. I'm planning to draw the rest of the body, but
it kind of looks like for a half second there, like he's pointing at you, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, I don't know why. Like,
was that what's his name? Cannoli
O'Louie.
Was that Cannoli O'Louie's like nephew?
Maybe there are. Got to keep it in the family.
Hey yo.
Hey, what's going on? Huh? How we doing?
Winter Bricker says 7:58 a.m. Oh yeah,
Ouch.
yeah.
You all are very dedicated to watch Kevin Doodle on internet.
I appreciate that, and I know that the timing doesn't work for everybody every time. I know when I first like really kicked off the stream, everyone's like, "Oh, this is like literally the worst time ever. Why do you pick Friday like 10 a.m. work day?" And I'm like, "Because it's the best for me." I'll say
Yeah,
it's
right.
the best time for me to do it.
Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of people, they might get not like discouraged, but like, you don't want to stream at a time maybe when someone else is, or when it's convenient for other people but maybe not convenient for you, but like you just have to like commit to a stream time and just do it. Like
It just really worked because once upon a time when kids used to go to school, this was just like a really good time because both my kids were gone, on the bus at school. And it was kind of like the beginning of my work day. And I was like, oh, I'll knock that out. And then when I'm done, I still have like a good chunk of my day to work on freelance work. And so it just worked out really well. Now it doesn't work as well, but that's a temporary thing.
When do you think, well, actually, have they canceled school for the rest of the year in Connecticut?
No, not yet.
Wow.
They will. I have no reason to believe they won't.
Yeah.
It's currently at the end of May now.
Right. Like if you go back, for 20 days, like
it's been like that whole 30-day extension every time. It's like, right. Oh, another 30 days. What's going on, Bricks for Chris? Bricks for Chris in the YouTube chat.
It's just going to keep going on and on and on, unfortunately.
Oh, I think I missed it. Robbie, what are you doing? This is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man eating a 2x4 Lego brick.
Because what else would it be?
What else would it be? Yeah, the comment was earlier in the chat, I couldn't find it to put it on the screen.
Oh, gotcha.
And I can't share, for obvious reasons, private chat comments. It's like, oh, put that on the screen. Won't let me do that.
What? I didn't say anything stupid in there.
It's just funny because I remember talking about that. I think with Ken, I was like, I don't think I can highlight private chat comments. Like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. So you got any good plans going on this weekend, or still same stuff?
Oh, it's always the same.
Yeah.
As I've mentioned many times before, because I work from home and I usually work a lot, like till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, lately 1, 2 in the morning. Saturday is really my chores and errands day because I don't do that all week long.
Right.
So that's when I go grocery shopping. That's when I go do the laundry for the family. If there's any other errands I need to run, I'll run them. So the bulk of my Saturdays are kind of lame. I'm like, ugh. And sometimes I'm like, oh, great, it's Saturday again, which is like the opposite of everybody else.
Right.
Just because I have so many things that I got to do. If there's lawn work to do, I'll do that. Like I'll mow the lawn in the morning. It's not the most exciting. In some respects, I'm happy because it's all done. Right. It's like, okay, done for the whole week. Like Saturday's my only day that I'm, doing all that. So like sometimes I'll clean the bathroom if the bathroom needs like a deep clean or whatever, which happens every now and then.
What an adult.
But I know it's all boring adult stuff, but everybody else is like, that's their decompressed day. And for me, that's like, well, that's the day I got to do all this stuff because I haven't done it all week. So nothing terribly exciting. I mean, I've got the stream tomorrow night, which I'm excited about. That's cool. With Leyla Maniac. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's kind of it though.
Yeah. Now that, everything is closed and a lot of social obligations are, not a thing. It's like, all right, days don't matter. If I can work, I will, I guess. And,
I love the difference in Doc's profile image between Twitch and YouTube. It entertains me.
I see the difference here.
It's just like, it's like a slight variance in color and like, it's just like perfect. It's like, yeah, I don't know, something about it. All right, cool. There you go. There you go, Greg. There's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man chowing down on a gigantic 2x3 brick. I guess that's like a quattro brick because he's so big that it has to be a giant brick.
You know what I've noticed about a lot of the suggestions you get? It's always like, hey, can you draw this thing consuming this thing.
That does happen a fair amount, doesn't it?
Like, I don't know. Like, are you all very like hungry and thirsty in the morning? You're thinking about food. Or you're like, can you draw something, eating something? Is it projection?
All right,
you want
let's
to be a marshmallow man? Like,
yep. All right, let's see. I'm looking through the private chat where Brian has been collecting your suggestions. So, guys, feel free to keep throwing ideas and suggestions for stuff you want me to draw because Brian is on the task. He is clipping stuff for me.
And I'm still playing Animal Crossing. What do you got on that?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Oh, look at this. Speaking of things, so Matthew Sweet, one of my patrons, says a donut drinking coffee.
Right. I was like, I saw that and I saw the Marshmallow Man. I'm like, why are things consuming things?
Yeah, let's do a donut drinking coffee.
You should just make that an entire theme one week. Just like
totally
consuming things only. And have like consumeception. So like one thing is consuming the next and the next and the next. It's like a landscape photo instead of a canvas.
Were you there when I did the bee riding? No, it wasn't a bee. The ice cream cone riding a bumblebee eating a bicycle?
No.
Were you there? Yeah, that one was an interesting one.
That is very interesting.
London Bridge bricks. I eat a 2x8 brick every morning with my full English breakfast. Of course. Who doesn't?
I would too.
All right, let's get.
So is London Bridge over in the UK?
Yep.
I was thinking. I think last night I'm like, man, I would. The more I think about like not traveling, it makes me want to travel. Like I want to go there.
It's because to the UK. No, I have not actually.
But yeah, it's because now you can't. Like, of course, now I want to. You know.
I know. I totally get you. This is why we've got all these protests going on. Is because people are like, "Wait, I can't do it. I'm gonna go protest." It's
right.
Like, well, you didn't do it to begin with.
Exactly.
All right. This kind of looks like a mouth. It's not what I was going for, but it looks very mouthish.
Those lips are thick.
These are.
Jeez, Kevin! Wow,
I was not going for a mouth at all.
Those are some thick lips.
I was going for a donut.
You get a smooch from those, you're gonna suffocate. Oh my god!
It'll make more sense as I go.
I'm sure. I hope it will. There you go. Yeah, London Bridge. We can plan a UK excursion, 2021.
Yeah, I would love to go.
A lot of the Electrified Bricks O'Brien fan base is over in the UK, so they always ask. Man, wait. So what is this again? It's a donut eating.
It's a donut drinking coffee.
That donut looks like it's seen a lot. In its what is this?
Don't hate the donut lips. This duck.
Oh man.
I'm wanting that like morning, I need this coffee because
sure. Go ahead.
I can't. Is the donut hole the mouth?
I mean, UK can be whatever it wants to be. At this rate.
Guess it is, isn't it? I guess. Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine. Matthew's like donut bender last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. All the sprinkles. All the sprinkles.
All the sprinkles and all of the what's it? Powdered sugar you could possibly want on that jelly donut there. Yeah.
What should it say on his mug? It's got to say something.
Should say like "eat me." I don't know. Because he's a donut. I don't know. It's too early even for me. All right, I need to sleep as well. So.
You guys in the chat, what do you think should be on? I think something should be on the mug. Like it should be like a logo or words or something. Should be something on there.
Should say Dunkin' Coffee. Well, I mean, I'm drinking a Dunkin' Coffee, but this is not a sponsored stream, London. So I don't know about that one. That donut is my brain. Exactly, Zane.
Are you like me where I'm gonna assume you are, but are you like me in the fact that like if you're out and about and like Starbucks is there and like that's all that's there, you'll have it. But you're like, I don't really like this.
No.
It's like too posh for me. You're like a Dunkin' man. It's like I need the everyman's coffee. I guess.
You know, I feel very privileged if I go to Starbucks. You know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't mind Starbucks, but I always feel like I'm like this seems like too fancy for me.
Yeah, like I have a few friends in the mall that work at Starbucks. So sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, here, just take this thing; it's free." I'm like, "All right, cool," but I will never go out of my way to be like or even when I'm just seeing it, I'm like, I'd rather just have water at that point, whatever. Which shows you how much I actually like Dunkin' Donuts because it's like,
I would rather just have water. That's a statement. It's like, would you like this free?
It's water. It's just a hot cup of water, boiling water.
I mean, that's true. Would you like this coffee? No, I would rather have water.
London Bridge Brick suggested Dunky Funky. Galligade, it's teetotal. London Bridge, I love spreadsheets.
I love spreadsheets.
If you could fit that on the mug, go ahead. Or I heart spreadsheets, or just like a sheet of paper. Oh. And I think, you know what? This guy does not need legs. He's fine. No. He just hops around. I heart Excel. There you go.
He's just like leaning on his desk.
Right.
I was thinking he was like slumped in a chair. That's kind of like what I was.
That's kind of how I am right now, actually. Maybe I'm the donut.
Maybe this is like the grand realization. Maybe I'm the donut.
Maybe I'm full of jelly and not the donut.
Those lips are thick.
It looks like
it did. I got it. I thought so too. I was like, that looks. I was trying to draw a slumping donut, but yeah, that was very much like.
Yeah, there you go.
He's just punched in for work. Yeah, he just showed up. There we go. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let me look through the. Looks like he's smoking a cigarette. Is he? Oh, because of the sprinkle hanging out of his mouth, maybe. I can see that. Let's see what else we got here in the chat. Lego Sleepyhead. Is that the minifigure with like the messed up hair and the teddy bear? I've actually drawn. If it is, I've drawn that twice already. That character.
This is the 17th time I've
believe it or not. I've drawn that exact collectible minifigure twice already. But let me know if that's not the one that is being requested. What else we got? Is that it? I think we need more suggestions, folks.
Everyone, so it's so weird seeing the difference between like your live stream chats and mine. Like everyone typically interacts with me, or it's somehow related, like it bounces off of me or something. But everyone in here is very like talkative to each other, like adults at a coffee table, you know,
which is great.
Just talking about life, what makes them happy. And then you're drawing on the side, like whatever, but it's really about other people talking, you know?
Oh, I can do this real quick. Fazoom says an 8-bit version of a Lego fig. That's kind of cool.
Entertaining as it is, I have to depart for a while. There you go, Hope Castle.
Oh, see you later, Reed. Reed is being essential out there.
Oh, yes, of course. So is this tough for you to do 8-bit with hand-drawn stuff? Because you're probably used to doing, you know, like specific, I don't know, like not, would you typically make it out of like rectangular shapes and like put it together that way? Or like, can you still do this?
This is different for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I'm almost thinking I'm overthinking it as I'm doing this, actually.
Yeah, because I don't know if I've seen you draw a lot of 8-bit things hand-drawn.
No, not really. I'm just trying to think of like all the shapes and how absolutely square can I make them.
Right.
Or if it has a curve, which this does, stair step it.
It kind of looks like what a graffiti like stencil of a pixelated minifigure would look like on a brick wall or something.
Yeah.
That sort of vibe.
That's too long. It should be like here.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
There you go. You know what you're doing.
I know.
All too well.
So did you see those time-lapse minifig drawings I did for Beyond the Brick?
I certainly did. Yes. I
You know
saw them on Twitter. Were they going to put them on YouTube, or was that not a thing?
No, I think it was only for originally it was only for Facebook.
Yeah.
And then John asked me if they could put it to other. I was like, yeah, I mean, you bought it. You can put it wherever you want.
Right.
But what's funny is they were like, they said, could you give us more? And I'm like, well, how many do you want? And they're like, as many as you will give us. I was like, oh, okay. And so they take me about 30 minutes each. Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have endless time.
Sure.
And so a couple nights ago, I was like, all right, let me bang out as many as I could, which was 3. That's something I got Batman, Wonder Woman, and Benny done in a session. And I sent it over there. I'm like, okay, that should buy me like at least a week. And they posted all 3 within 24 hours. I was
really?
like, dang it. Okay, those are done. I was not expecting them to get to go that fast. I was
So
like, wow.
did they buy the actual artwork, or just like the time lapse and now you have the artwork?
So they didn't want the physical artwork at all.
Interesting.
So I have actually some people have already asked me if they could buy it. I'm like, yeah. They just wanted the video.
A little
They
bit
just
of that.
wanted the time lapse. That's all they wanted.
Sure.
Which is funny because it reminds me a little bit about when I was working at Lego and that giant life-size bag end Hobbit model. You remember seeing that floating around the internet a couple years ago?
No.
It's like life size, and it's from the Lego set. And
I actually have that sealed right over here.
Yeah, a marketing manager had asked for the model shop to build it, and I mean, we're talking an insane amount of hours and time, but they didn't want the model. They only wanted the video of them making the model because they wanted the social content of time lapsing of the model coming together and all that kind of stuff.
Imagine your company being so big that you can have a team of like a dozen people work for hundreds of hours using thousands of dollars worth of product and even more worth in labor to just
have a video
just for the video. Like I don't.
Yeah.
An unfathomable amount of money, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's why that model, at least up to the day I left, was sitting unused in the warehouse wrapped in like saran wrap.
Wow.
Because it was like they didn't want the model. The person paid all the money just so they could have a nice socially shareable story about master builders putting a model together. And I mean, they made a lot of video content from it.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
But the model was never needed or desired. It's just like, yeah, we don't need it.
That stinks.
All right, there's my 8-bit Lego guy.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Galgate. Galgate says very nice Batman.
Doc Sampson said, "Is Bucky Badger regionals? Considering I don't know what that is, then I assume yes."
Let's see. Zane says, "Oh look, I finally drawn a Hinkle in a Lego minifigure form. Have you? That's cool. You'll have to show me. Put it online or something." Let's see. I think I saw Star Wars somewhere, didn't I?
That might just be you. Oh,
that's just me. I just imagined. All right,
we got Star Wars. Well, we'll go frame by frame.
All right, let's do the entire.
Start with the opening crawl. Let's go.
Episode 1.
Episode 4. Whichever you fall on.
Episode 1, A New Hope. All right, let's see. Who do I want to draw? I'm trying to think of someone I haven't drawn before. How about R2-D2?
Yeah, you've drawn R2-D2.
I have not drawn R2-D2.
I don't believe you.
No, I don't remember drawing R2-D2.
I was going to say, oh, can you draw Boba Fett?
I have definitely drawn Boba Fett.
Definitely. You've drawn Baby Yoda. You've drawn the Mandalorian.
I have indeed. I have not drawn R2-D2.
As someone who just played the complete saga on Beyond the Brick, I should probably know off the top of my head more Star Wars characters, but...
So, you know what I was going to tell you?
Yes.
I don't know if this would be at all interesting to you because I know your personal feelings towards Bionicle.
Sure.
But there was actually a really fun GameCube game called Bionicle Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a first-person shooter game, which is very interesting for Lego to have. And I played it, and I really enjoyed it. And so I was going to suggest it if I was like, if you want something that's not like another copy of the same formula over and over and over, I was going to recommend playing Bionicle Heroes on GameCube.
Yeah, I'm always down to see what's new, what's different.
I mean, it's not new by any means.
Well,
but...
I mean, new to my library of thoughts when it comes to Lego games.
Yeah. And you really don't need to know like virtually anything about Bionicle at all to enjoy the game, because it's a first person shooter game, and you play the the six Toa at the time. You know, there's always six colors.
Yep.
And you can switch, like, you know how you switch in Star Wars games where you hit L or R, the trigger buttons, and you switch between the you can do that, but you switch between the six Toa.
Oh, cool.
And then each Toa has, like, this one has fire, this one has ice, this one has rocks. And it's just a first person shooter game. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it when I played it. My older son really enjoyed it. He actually still plays it every now and then. So it's just a very different Lego game. I was like, this is good. This is good stuff.
Preferably I would play not the Lego games, because I
You're like, would you like this? I would prefer to not play any of them.
Kevin, I played more Lego games than, like, so many people ask me, of my audience, like, hey, you know, how do you feel about Lego Worlds? Can you play Lego Worlds? Can you play Lego Indiana Jones? Can you play this? And I'm like, it's the same thing.
The same game. It's the same game over and over again.
And Lego Worlds specifically, and I feel comfortable talking about this on here as opposed to Beyond the Brick, because you know, who knows who's watching, you know, from there, because there's all people watching from Denmark and blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
But with Lego Worlds, did you ever play that or see gameplay at all?
No, Lego Worlds, not at all.
So it's basically Lego Minecraft, but not really, where you would have to, when the game first came out, you played the game, and in order to unlock particular bricks to use in creative mode, you had to chase down these little grunts and get every single piece by piece, and then use that in creative mode to build whatever you wanted to. Okay. So the creative aspect that Minecraft is known for, if you just want to mess around and do whatever, you had to spend, like, potentially, you know, tens or 100 hours to get all these pieces. They updated it, I think. And it was so glitchy, and it just doesn't have a lot of content in it. It was significantly cheaper than all the other Lego games. And, like, that was them trying to do something new, and it didn't hit. So then now when it comes to Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, they made a 20-minute level out of the 20-second scene of Rey walking up to Luke Skywalker in The Force Awakens. It's a 20-minute level. Like, why am I playing this? Like, there's so many little things like that. The gameplay is all the same. The graphics are updated. Like, sure, that's fine. But, like, they're all it's the same. It's the same. Like, I could literally talk about, like, my life story and play that game in autopilot and never mess up once. Like, there's nothing new about it.
Yeah, I used to play them all up until I think it was Pirates of the Caribbean. And I was like, I'm playing the same game over and over again.
Right.
And then I stopped, and I get that they're like, no, we've improved it. We've improved it. And they always share things like, you know, Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Star Wars, whatever. Sure. And they're like, no, we changed it because now you can do this. But they're so small incremental changes that I'm like, it's still the same game.
And it became annualized for so long until just now, where the last one they came out with was Lego Movie 2. And that was, you know, February last year. They haven't put out Skywalker Saga yet. That's probably going to come out in the fall. So I'm hoping that because it's the complete Skywalker Saga, that there's no filler and that it's just, like, you know, the story done well, hopefully new gameplay mechanics and doing it that way. And Doc in the chat is like, "Oh, Brian does the minimum to get through the Lego level in the next level," and you're absolutely right because like
absolutely correct.
It's the same. Well, the thing is, the game is designed to be multiplayer as well. So if you're not playing with your 6-year-old son or something, and BFAB, I've already been here, so don't bother. If you're not playing with them, then it's boring. You got to have them like. It's got to be more interesting than that.
All right, there's our R2D2. I think that came out pretty decent.
Yeah,
that is not R2. Let's see. This is sometimes it's like we're gonna zoom here.
BFAB says you're 2 patrons away from bringing back backlog building.
Oh, did we gain some more during the stream? That's awesome.
That I haven't kept track of, so I don't know.
That would be difficult. Just log into my account. That is awesome. All right, let's see. What other suggestions we got in here? Do we have some more in the private chat? Let's see. And especially if anybody's watching, if you haven't been here before, throw your suggestion. I like to try to get people that have never had something drawn the opportunity to have it. That way they also come back.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Please come back. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, BFAB. BFAB is one of these new patrons. I appreciate that, sir. Didn't you just lose your job? I hope I'm not putting you in financial straits, BFAB.
Oh, no.
Let's see. New request to the front of the line. Yeah, I mean, I like to give preference to new folks. But let's see. I'm looking through. We need some new suggestions. And actually, this will be the first color. This will be our first color doodle for today.
Cool. And you know what, Kevin? There hasn't been much, if at all, any interference due to any of those conferences. So I think you're good.
Oh, that's right. That was 30 minutes ago. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. BFAB, I lost my job, but now I have 2 jobs. It's like, well, that's a success story if I ever heard one.
Lost my job, new opportunity, more free time from awesome community.
That's right. Lonely Island.
Yep.
Draw a cyborg with Doc Ock arms. Interesting.
Sure.
Cyborg with Doc Ock arms. All right. That gives me a lot of creative freedom there. It's just draw a cyborg.
There you go.
And yeah, keep throwing them in there. I'm going to work on this one, but throw your ideas in the chat because I'll go back and on the next one, we can pull another one.
Absolutely.
I really like that Stay Puff. He's so happy down there.
Yeah, right. He's very happy to be eating plastic.
He's made it a marshmallow. He's like, I'm fine.
It's all good.
All right. Let's go right here. A cyborg. Cyborg. I'm going to just search cyborg to see what comes up.
Thank you, Nitro Creeper, for the suggestion.
Of course, not considering that I'm going to type cyborg and I'm going to get DC Comics cyborg over and over again. Whoops. Yeah, I can definitely tell my kids' meetings are done because they are yelling up there.
Ghost Frickin' Talkin' is now a patron. So I don't know if it was under Brickhead Family before or something.
Oh, did you switch it? You didn't double down, did you?
He might have doubled down. A lot of people want this backlog building, Kevin. A lot of people.
The people want it. The people want it.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Let's see. Oh, for Zoom, that's my son's suggestion from Twitch. Nice. All right. I guess I'm just gonna make this up because all the reference I'm looking at is like Cyborg from DC Comics.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna make up a robot.
They're the kiddos.
They are screaming. The door's closed. I'm downstairs. I'm in a totally different side of the house. And there they go. Double down for sure. Wow.
There it is.
Too kind.
People like it, Kevin.
Too kind. It makes a big difference. It really does. It's just something about being able to be like, okay, I know that money's coming in. So it's like, that's just like, oh, okay. How do I want to do this? I don't think I like the way that's going. Nah. Let me do.
Deppy Shep Bricks is here. Hello.
Hello, Deppy.
I don't know how you feel, Kevin. I never feel offended that someone doesn't show up to my stream immediately. So I don't know why people apologize. You don't need to apologize.
Even when they miss it entirely, it's
Yeah.
like it's fine. I
don't
get it.
care.
It's all good. Life goes on. Life goes on outside of the stream world.
You know, I was actually just thinking, like, why isn't Deppy Shep Bricks here right
Is that
now?
what you're saying?
Why? Where are you? No, the only person I do that with where I'm like, where's Joey? Where is he?
Yeah, always. Joey has fucked it up today.
It's just him. Everyone else gets a pass, not Joey. Where's Joey? You know? What's he doing?
I totally agree. What kind of collect? I think I have a collection, BFAB. All right. BFAB always. Papa B has the most outrageous suggestions, and BFAB always has the most outrageous comments. That is for sure.
Yep.
But that's our BFAB.
So, you know, I kind of still want to vent about these Lego games. Do you mind? I just want to get it off my chest.
Go ahead. It's fine.
There's nowhere else I can talk about this stuff. So, I don't know. I'm just I'm doing it obviously for Beyond the Brick, and it's great that like they want me to do that, and it's awesome, and I really appreciate the opportunity and all that. And I think like getting into the older Lego games would be even cooler, and people would see that better received. But like, man, are they the same game over? It's like
game, man.
I got through 2.5 hours of Harry Potter, and I'm like, all right, yep,
it's the same game.
It's the same thing.
It really is. I mean, you know what I mean, though. There are little differences. Like, oh, now the screen does this. Like, I remember it was a big deal when Lego Indiana Jones came out, and like when the characters would walk away, the screen would split. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
right.
And all of a sudden now the screen would split, and you'd have a white bar across the middle, and it was very seamless. Like they get further apart and go whoop, all of a sudden the white line would fade in, and now you have two. I'm like, whoa! But it's like we're talking like that's the level of change between games. Right. It's like now there's a line between the characters.
It's like, all right, cool.
That was pretty good though. I'm like, would you like to do this? You're like, well, I prefer to do none. That's like,
no, I mean, I'm not gonna like. No, it was cool going through like Complete Saga, but now it's like I'm trying to think of like what people really what are the ones that people really like and really remember and are like, man, this is a really nostalgic thing. And I'm like, all right, Complete Saga.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if anyone else in the chat like loves certain ones, but
my favorite game, keeping in mind I played all of them up until I think Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, I was like, these are all the same, and I stopped. So I didn't play a lot after that, but my favorite up to that point was by far Lego City Undercover.
Sure.
I felt like that was Lego being Lego and not relying on any IPs. The little Nintendo Easter eggs were fun, but it is by no means like a essential part of the game.
No.
It is truly a Lego game. There's classic space in it. There's so many Easter eggs of Lego properties in the game. And it's a story about a cop. It doesn't get more Lego than that.
Right.
I really like that one. And that one was a lot of gameplay time too, because it's that whole open world sandbox kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one stood out for me. And I've played through that game twice. So I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Did you play the DS version, like the quote unquote prequel?
No,
it's not good.
No, why would I? No. I'm
like you get the reason I played it is because I was like, oh, this actually ties into the other one, which I like a lot.
Sure.
Because they're like, this is the prequel, and they give you like, I don't know, 20 minutes of story that is like, oh, that's why he's there in the other game. And that's it. The rest of the game is just lame. Yeah. Like it's just like trying to port some gigantic sandbox game onto the DS that can't even handle it.
Brickhead Family's like, best one was Lego City, followed by Lego Batman 2. I don't know why. Maybe you would be one of the better people to ask about this. What is the obsession, not obsession, but the very not intrinsic, but like intertwined nature between Warner Brothers / Batman and Lego, because they have so much more bias toward Batman when it comes to video games and with the sets and the minifigure lines, the movies. Like, I don't understand why there are 4 DC games and there's like 3 Marvel games. Like, I don't understand.
So I was told, I asked once upon a time, and who knows, things change on a dime over there.
Yeah.
But I asked once upon a time, like, why is everything Batman, Batman, Batman? And this was one of those times where I was doing like the next year product portfolio walkthrough, where I was like in Billund and they were showing me the next year's products for DC Comics.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's all Batman, all of it. And they're like, Kevin, we know, like they won't let us do anything else. Like they were like literally like upset. They're like, we keep trying to do other things, and DC says if it doesn't have Batman, it's not going to sell, and they won't let us they won't let us highlight anyone else.
Wow.
So that was years ago. But that was from the designers. They had told me that DC had insisted that they'd always be Batman, because if it's not Batman, it doesn't sell. That was what I was told.
I mean, just on a level of like, Lego does so much like DC stuff in general. And like, clearly the focus is on Marvel movies and Marvel media in comparison to like, a mainstream headspace. So why is there so much with Lego and DC?
I don't know.
Like, do they pay more? Like, why is it? I knew like
it could just be like a friendlier relationship.
Sure.
Because I mean that makes a big difference when you've got licensing people that are responsible for working with these people. They get stressed out, like, oh, it's a terrible part. Like they could complain all the time about Disney. Disney's like one of the hardest partners for Lego to work with.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they're like, they always want to change everything. They're never happy with anything. They always insist on this, this, and this, and that affects when there is like freeway into kind of doing your own thing. That affects stuff. We're like, yeah, let's not do it for them.
Right.
Like those little petty games happen. They happen on the corporate level in the giant game of Risk. It's like, well, let's not do that for them.
Yeah, it's about who scratches whose back and does that. And
yeah.
What was I just going to say? Oh, so something I didn't get a chance to touch upon with on the Beyond the Brick stream was a lot of people were asking about the Universal situation now that Lego, and I'm curious to hear your standpoint in particular. Have you been asked about it? No,
I have not actually.
Okay, cool. So I don't want to inundate you with like, what do you think of Bricklink? I don't want to do that again.
It's funny because ever since I did that one, like no one asks me anything anymore. Good. There we go.
So now I can get it exclusively out of you on your stream and no one else's platform for their own benefit.
There it is indeed.
So I think it was my new best friend Craig who asked in the stream, like, hey, well, what do you think of this? And we didn't get a chance to do it because Nick, obviously promoting all the idea stuff and blah blah blah.
Yep.
So I was curious as to why that happened in the first place. And where I fall on it is like, what could Universal do in terms of different ideas and different approach that WB couldn't do? So I want to know how you look into that or how you feel about that.
I think, that first movie was truly groundbreaking in a lot of ways. And it was a home run on every facet.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like it was this gross commercial. It was beautifully animated. It had a story that was actually like impactful,
right,
and touching. And I was actually not even to be like biased toward just being a Lego fan. I was like, this really should at least get a nod for animated feature of the year. It has to. And of course it didn't, which was interesting.
Sure.
But their strategy, which was then to release Ninjago, the next year, and then I think Batman the next year after that, and then something happened where everything got messed up, and then you ended up having Ninjago and Batman in the same year, which I think was totally a mistake. I was like, now these can't live. Like, everybody wants to replicate the Marvel formula.
Yeah, right.
They're just so desperate and obvious to want to copy the Marvel formula. And I was like, these don't necessarily work that well that you can have two in a year. So I think that was a mistake. Like, you can't have both of these in this year. The Ninjago story was also changed a lot from what the concept was, because I don't think the movie's particularly that great.
No, that is the most kid movie of the bunch in general. Like, that is very clearly a kid's movie.
Yeah, and it's just like kind of doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's like, it's weird. But when I first was in the meetings, when they're like, here's the Ninjago movie storyboards, animatics, and idea, and I was like, oh, that's brilliant. And then they didn't do any of that. And I was like, what happened? Because there was a lot of really great stuff planned with integrating real world, like, you know, Finn. This was going to be like the neighbor to the kids from the first movie. And that all the real life elements like grass and plants and stuff was in their backyard because the kids were playing together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's all great. And like, the kid was having a problem, like his parents were like breaking up or something, and that's how the storyline fed into it. I'm like, brilliant. And then they just like, actually, let's just put Jackie Chan in the beginning and make it like some ancient like artifact shop. Like, what are you doing? I was like, what is this?
Well, so, and that story deviated a lot from the show, right?
Oh, thank you. Isaac Plays Video Games for following on Twitch.
Appreciate That's someone from my corner of the internet. Thank you, Isaac.
Well, thank you, loyal Bricks O'Brien viewer. I have no idea what I'm doing with this cyborg. I am literally just like drawing cyborgy colors. I'm like, oh, blue. Oh, gray. Oh, wait, what do we have here? I have. Did he do mine yet? Says Dylan. Dylan, did you ask for the Sleepyhead minifig? I have drawn that character twice already. So I'm kind of thinking something else. Hopefully you're not terribly eaten up by that. You can go back and watch the streams. I promise you it's there. I've done it 2 times already. Because I think I did it once for you, and I think you had to like leave the stream, and I did it anyway. And then I think the same thing happened again on another stream. Like, I missed it. Can you do it again? And I did it again, and you left the stream. So I just don't know how many more times I can draw the Sleepyhead minifigure.
No, that's fair.
But let me know if you've got another idea. I'd be happy to do something else. So I don't know what they're going to do with this new studio. I mean, I'm always going to go about it with an open mind, saying, let's see what happens.
I don't even mean like new in terms of story, but like new in terms of the aesthetic, because I feel like WB Animation nailed it.
Yeah. And they did so good with that. Like, they started their own animation agency in house to do that movie, and then that agency went on to make other films.
Right.
So that's a huge testament. All right, let's get a new one to work on here. BFAB Sleepyhead minifigure in lingerie. There's BFAB. That's when we get our did I say that? The duck said earlier. That's our BFAB moment. Let's see here. What else we got? What other suggestions you guys have for the next one? I want to see the rest of that cyborg. He would have like, I don't know. He'd have like scorpion body. Something ridiculous.
Or he'd have like a swimsuit on, swim trunks or something. I don't know.
Doc has a collection of BFAB dolls.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, here, let's do the Loot Llama. I can do that. I like the Loot Llama.
Hey, that's Fortnite. You have this.
I don't like Fortnite. I like the Loot Llama.
Sure, you gotta go for it.
All right, let's do Loot Llama.
So I've noticed also that Warner Brothers, Universal, has been very much in cahoots with Lego recently with Trolls and Minions. What?
I like the word cahoots.
I do too. And there's a whole lot whole lot of that going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very keen observation. You know, there's also that music thing. Did you see that?
I think I did see that. That is very kind of out of left field for me. Because at first glance, I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on, Richie? We got our toy world here.
Richie.
I thought it was like more broad, like, oh, universal partnership or something. But I'm like, no, this is very specific. This is like Universal Music Group.
Right.
So I think I would not be surprised if we're looking at some kind of powered up / Mindstorm / integrating music into learning kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something that I think is like kind of neat and cool, but also kind of lame. Like, this is going to be kind of lame.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it.
That's fair.
I think it's going to be totally something with music and education. I think that's going to be the thing.
Yeah. And yes, Richie, that is the voice of Brix O'Brien. Hello. How are you?
The ominous floating voice of Brix O'Brien. I need to find that clip and send it to you from that show I was telling you about the It's Your Boy.
Yeah, you do.
I think about you every time I see that.
You know, one of these streams, I always forget, but I'm like, you know, I should do the obnoxious YouTuber Twitch streamer intro for like introducing myself, just to see how many of the audience just leaves, you know.
The view count drops. Yeah, so I was telling Brian, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this show, but there's this show my son watches called Big City Greens on Disney. And it's actually pretty funny. It's a pretty funny show. I don't watch it regularly, but every now and then I'll happen to be in the room and I'll catch him watching it. And in the episode, they were one of the kids, a family that's like a family that have moved to the big city. And there was a character who was like supposed to be like a YouTuber. That was the point. The point was the kid had like this YouTuber that he admired, and it took me a couple times listening to it because I was like, am I listening? Am I hearing it correctly? Because the character's name is It's Your Boy. That's the name of the guy, is It's Your Boy. And so like he was doing streams and he's like, it's your boy. And I'm like, is he just saying it twice? Like, what is he doing? And then people are like, it's your boy. We got to do it. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's his actual name. That's the character's name. It was so great. So I was like, Brian, I found your cartoon persona. This is you.
That is always my like when I usually don't do a typical intro like that. Like, what is going on, everybody? It's your, you know, that whole thing, because everyone does that. I usually start it differently and then it maybe goes into that. But I've always been tempted. Like, so in my past couple Fortnite streams, like when I'm watching someone in the very end, like when all the tryhards, they all meet in the middle and they all build like crazy and blah, 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 blah. I go into like my commentator voice, like, and we get into the action of Fortnite Battle Royale, the final 5. I get into that. And I see so many kids comment, Brian, please stop. Brian, stop. Don't do this. And I'm like, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I will commentate this as much as I want to. You have nothing better to do. You're in quarantine. Continuing with the last fight, you know, do that.
You crack me up how you talk to those kids.
You gotta keep them in line. Listen, if I let everyone try to dictate and tell me how I should do things, like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, it's my job to be as entertaining as I can given the circumstances and how I feel. And if like a 7-year-old potentially shows up in my live stream and is like, Brian, you suck, I'm like, all right, bye, see ya. Like, what do you want me to say?
So we've got Cafe Con Lego in the chat. Hello. And JB Brick Fanatic. JB is making a false claim saying, oh my God, hi Doc, I'm your biggest fan. I would say JB has probably never drawn Doc Samson.
Hey,
I don't know if JB can accurately say biggest Doc fan. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he has a Doc Samson shrine at home that I'm unaware of. But I don't know about that. I don't know about that claim. So what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. But yeah, it's just like I hear you. Like I totally understand why you do it. It still cracks me up like none other.
Yeah.
Especially anything that you answer immediately with always catches me off guard every time. Even though I've heard you do it so many times, you're like, Brian, can you play this? Nope. It's just like you don't even like, you don't hesitate, you don't explain, you don't go into it. You're just like, no. And you have different ways of saying no. You're like, can we be friends? No.
Well, because like what's been hard? Sorry, go ahead.
There's one that were like, Brian, when we meet up at PAX, can I come play video games in your hotel room? You're like, no, absolutely not.
That's a scandal. No, stop.
I'm aware, but it was so funny because you don't explain it. You just go straight in. You're like, absolutely not.
I could phrase it like, well, thank you for the offer. I appreciate your consideration with wanting to play video games with me. Unfortunately, I'm very busy at PAX, and I just don't think I'll be able to do it. Just say no. No. Don't be weird. No. You don't know how far, and I mean, everyone in here knows this because, you know, you're all mostly adults. Like, you will get so far in life, like, trying to not be creepy and also not be annoying, which is why one of my rules of my live stream is don't be annoying. It's the last rule. Like, and people follow it for the most part. It's very well done.
I remember the one stream you had a few weeks ago where you were going through the rules and like your stream died or something. You were like, you know what? We don't need rules today. Like, forget the rules. We're just going to start streaming.
And yeah, Dylan, my channel is like, if you click on my name, go to my channel. It's right over there. I upload to YouTube, but I live stream on Twitch. So if you want to follow me there, you can.
Yes. Brian is mostly a gamer.
Yes. I've noticed, like, from the Beyond the Brick streams and whatnot, that like a lot of the Lego people will show up, and then I think in their minds it's the equivalent of like them walking into a Dave and Buster's that's on fire with 9-year-olds running everywhere and just spraying funfetti on the walls, like people doing the Fortnite dances. All the adults are at the bar drinking vacation juice, and then you got me just like, hey, what's going on? And then they turn right around and leave, and they don't come back. And I'm like, okay.
JB says I always wear my Doc merch. There is no Doc merch. I would know if there was Doc merch. There is no Doc merch. Not yet, at least. What's going on, Carl's Vic Bricks? Welcome to the stream. All right, let's put some colors on the Loot Llama. Loot Llama.
BFab said, I'm creepy and annoying. So, Brian, what's your number? You know how many people ask me for my phone number?
Probably way too many.
Like, not even too many, but like some people are like, Brian, can you call me sometime? Like, why would I call you? No, I'm not going to call you.
No, absolutely not.
No, like, phone number is like, you know, no. If you have it, you got it.
When they go, Brian, do you like me? No.
I mean, hey, if you come into my live stream and you're a positive force and you're not annoying, you're in my good graces. That's all.
And like I said, I really like, I can't tell you how much I don't care about Fortnite. I know I'm drawing a Loot Llama right now.
Yeah.
But my favorite new memory, or my favorite new tradition, I should say, of Fortnite Fridays with Brian Saviano is letting Eli in and kicking him out in 2 seconds, saying, "Welcome to the game, Eli." That is my favorite. I will watch just for that, and I'll be like, "All right, that's so fun, so fun."
And Doc is like, "I don't watch Brian play the game. I come to hear him rail on the game in the chat." And you know what? The people in the chat love it. They love when I get spicy.
I do. It's very entertaining.
And like, I can't get like that on the Beyond the Brick streams. I got to be a bit more professional, but like, oh yeah, I get the spice going.
And that's hard because there's so many more of them over there.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll obviously vent with that to the handlings. They're like, you know how many times people ask us what our favorite Lego set of all time is? Like,
yeah.
You know, that's just how it is.
That is how it is.
Isaac's just like, I just come to talk to spicy Brian Saviano, as opposed to like the bitter Saviano or otherwise. But I agree. I like it. Brian, give us a spice. I mean the spicy nuggets at Wendy's are relatively good. That's good.
Or the other thing too, you're good about when people ask you your sub count, and you always find a sub related thing.
Yeah.
To talk about, hey, how many subs do you have? I had 2 subs yesterday. What are you talking about? I'm not hungry. Like, oh. Oh.
Very valuable lesson to everyone. And in the live stream, if you're thinking about, doing videos or you do videos or whatnot, I notice like a lot of younger kids will focus way too heavily on the number of subscribers you have, as if that matters, when that fun fact is actually not the number that YouTube uses to recommend your videos and content across the platform. It's actually watch time. So just because you have 15,000 subscribers doesn't mean that 15,000 people watch your videos. So you can't rank someone as more professional or better or just overall based on a subscriber count. So it really doesn't matter. It's just a lot of people who are like, oh, but I have a bigger number than you, huh? It's like, okay, but like Kevin has worked at Lego he worked at Lego for how long was it, Kevin?
12 years.
12 years, and you have all this professional experience talking to all these executives and being in these boardrooms and blah, 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 blah. He doesn't have millions of followers, but given that repertoire, he should, right? But he doesn't. So you can't just judge people based on a number, which is why I hide my subscriber count, because it doesn't matter. And people will judge me based off of that. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to have these kids ridicule me for how big or small my subscriber count is.
Well said.
Indeed, if you look at like Dan TDM's views, they're quite low, but like the views, that always is the case. Like you're going to have more subscribers than you are views. That's normally how it goes.
I just every time I hear the word views, I think about Sans or BFAB suggesting Doc make ludicrous videos, and he goes, "Well, I get views." It's just, these are the moments. These are the precious moments from streams you got to hang on to. But it's so good. I mean, am I going to get views from doing that? It's like, you might.
You might.
Dylan, what did you do with Lego Kevin? So in my 12 years, I had 6 years in retail. So I worked in 3 different Lego stores in the states of Colorado, Arizona, and Texas. And I did every role in a store. So sales associate, supervisor, assistant manager, and manager. And then I moved to corporate, and I was in community management. So I worked with Lego fans in a number of different ways, which is kind of like PR. And then I did marketing in my last. So I did community for 5 years. And then I did marketing for my last year.
Cafe Con Lego's like, Dylan, just listen to Forever Sorting. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that is also, if you want to go in depth, there is a wonderful podcast called Forever Sorting that you can listen to, and you will know more about me than you ever wanted to know. It's the True Hollywood story.
Yeah, right. Exactly. This Loot Llama's looking pretty good, Kevin.
Thank you. I'm feeling good about it.
Are you surprised I haven't recommended a Fortnite thing, given how I live stream it and all that?
No,
I should.
Actually, you have your normal tradition you haven't done in a long time, which is you used to recommend a Pokemon character every week. And you did that for like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and then you just stopped.
Well, yeah. So I try to like, I don't want it to be the new Star Wars. It's like, Pokemon. So I'm like, all right, we'll give it a rest. And then, who's to say there wouldn't be a video game themed week, which is, well, actually, since I've been putting that bug in your ear about a themed week is when I've stopped that, because I'm like,
yeah. Wait for the opportunity. Yep. That's a good point. It's a good point. Fazoom says, I am caught up on Forever Sorting, awaiting a new episode. New episode on Saturday, already recorded.
Now, can you be honest with me? How much of it is you talking like the intro and comments? Like what percentage?
It's like usually 20 or 30 minutes.
What, like, I don't like, listen, I know that like this doesn't have corporate backing for a podcast. It's not, it's not a
Next time I'm gonna be like, and I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, League Shadow Legends Online.
But like, why do the comments take 20 minutes? What do you talk about for like?
I try to go as fast as I can. I try. I like sometimes you can tell I am trying to go as fast.
Well, you don't need to read all of them. If like Doc shows up in the comment section and he's like, "I just ate a can of applesauce," I feel like you're gonna read it. Just
I'm gonna read it totally.
Like, why? You don't need to read that. It's just him being.
I actually like the recapping the comment. I mean, sometimes there's really good questions.
I want to hear your story, Kevin. I don't want to hear what Doc ate for a snack last night.
That's what separates the real Doc fans from the fake Doc fans. Because I'd be watching the video of Doc eating the kid. Like, look, he's got his sweatshirt on. He's got the
wait.
conditioned hands.
He's a felt creature. Where is the applesauce going?
Don't worry about it. I am worried. I'm genuinely concerned.
Is it getting stained? Is it going out of his elbow? What's happening?
Yeah, so you can find Dylan. Look for Bricksmith78 is the YouTube channel. Julian's real name, or Bricksmith's real name is Julian, but it's Julian Smith. I was always like, I remember when he first told me his like Lego name was Bricksmith. I thought that was really cool. I'm like, that's like a silversmith or like a blacksmith.
Yeah,
and he's like, my name's Julian Smith. I just put Brick instead of my first name. And I was like, oh, all right. But I remember I was like, that's really cool. And I was like, oh, it's your name. All right, there's our Loot Llama. Look at that little guy.
Very nice. I'm impressed.
Loot Llama. All right, we need another thing to draw, folks.
Do you want a Pokemon suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead. I haven't done Pokemon in a while.
Sure. Let's see. I will go with a I'm gonna let you kind of narrow it down for me. Pick a number between 1 and 8 for me.
3.
3? Okay.
3.
I'm going by generation here. So generation 3.
3.
Okay, let's see. What am I? I'm sorry?
I was saying, what's going on, Sega? Welcome to the stream.
Oh, hi, Sega. Pick a color.
Green. Always green.
Green, okay. Let's see. Draw Kecleon.
Ooh. All right, let me look it up. You can look at the llama's eyes while I look it up.
I was gonna go by type, like grass type, but I saw Kecleon. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Is Doc's real name Doc? No. Well, I mean Doc, the felt creature. Yes.
No, Dylan, you are not prepared for the levels of Docception there are. Yes. There are a good 3 to 4 levels until you get to the inner core of the onion. it's I don't know if you want to take that journey.
Yeah, right. And I don't know if you want to post it on the screen. I put Kecleon in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yes, let's do that. There we go. And yeah, everybody keep throwing the ideas and suggestions in, because when I'm done, I'd start looking for another one. So,
and Kecleon is also purple. That's a shiny version of Kecleon. Good eye.
The purple one is the shiny one, or
yes?
Yeah. Okay.
This is a standard Kecleon. I would like you to draw.
And hello, Isaac S. I don't know if I said hi to you already. Welcome to the stream. I don't remember if I did.
Cafe Con Lego suggested baby Charizard. You mean Charmander? Question mark. Or like baby Charizard.
Yeah, right? Because, yeah.
That would, that'd work. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Isaac S is Isaac Plays Video Games over on Twitch. I figured that. Yeah. So he was already following. Well, he followed him on Twitch today.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All the pieces come together.
Yes, they do. So on Twitch, you follow me, I presume, Brick and Nick, Canadian Papa Bear. Who else do you? What?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you were talking to someone in the chat. I was like,
no. Who else do you follow for creators, in case anyone over on YouTube is like, oh, because you're on Twitch, they probably want to know, like, all right, if I don't want to watch just Kevin, like, who do you recommend?
Yeah, Yeah, so I've mentioned her before, but there is a really, really skilled pianist that I follow,
Mhm.
and her username is Lara6683. And I think it's funny because I'm like, yeah, she totally made that username like when, once upon a time. That is very clearly a birthday.
Yeah.
But she is a really, really good pianist, and she does. She's got like 25 years worth of experience playing piano. She's in Australia, and I follow her on Twitch. Although this kind of recently, she switched her streams to sub only. And I respect that decision. So I follow her, but I don't sub. And
Sub
so
only chat or sub only view?
sub only view. You can't even watch it. And so, but I mean, it wasn't like a drastic surprise. Like she had been mentioning it for a few months. So every now and then when someone like gifts me a subscription, I'm like, all right, I can watch streams again. But she like plays people's requests, and she does a lot of video game music. But she also posts all of her videos on YouTube. So if you want to see her stuff, you can find her on YouTube, and obviously you don't have to pay to see that.
Yeah.
But she's somebody that I follow on Twitch. I also follow an artist named K Pike Fashion, I think is the name. And she's one of those like body painters where like she will paint herself like different characters. And it's actually, it kind of messes with your head because, she's this this pretty thin, 25-year-old blonde Canadian girl, and then she'll paint herself like the Crypt Keeper. And then you sit there and you go, oh my God, where did she go? It's like now the Crypt Keeper. So she's really, really talented, but she does all kinds of characters from television, film, video games. Some of them are obviously like more obvious, like, oh, she painted herself like Harley Quinn. But like she can really like she did Captain Planet for Earth Day. And I was like, what in the world? So I follow her. She's got some pretty amazing stuff. I can't remember if she has a YouTube channel or not, but I used to follow her I still do. I followed her on Instagram because I was always seeing the after photos.
Right.
It's like, oh, I painted myself and now I look like this character. I'm like, wow, that's really impressive. And then after the fact, I realized she had a Twitch stream. I was like, oh, she shows people as she does it. So she's somebody I follow. I follow like a handful of other artists that will do streams kind of similar-ish to this. A little better than mine. They're like, we're actually going to work on like a piece of artwork for 4 hours, like one solitary piece of artwork. Although when I logged in this morning, it was kind of funny because this one artist I follow named Max, it's like Max Green, I think is his name. He was live and it was like Friday morning doodles. And I'm like, whoa. I was like, that's what I do. That's my thing. So that was kind of cool. It's like he's doing the same thing. So mostly artists. I follow a lot of artists.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that sort of content works better live. Like if you were just doing a video of you drawing stuff and talking, it wouldn't hit as well.
Yeah.
And like Twitch is like the more comprehensive live streaming platform. So it's like, yeah.
Nick's comment. We were set up across from a body painter at Comic Convention, and the boys got a good look at anatomy that weekend. Isaac, are you drawing with the mouse or one of those e-sketches? This is, I'm using a tablet and a stylus. I don't like it. Why? This mouth is looking weird for me. It's like the point of the head. It's like right there. I think that's the middle. Okay, that's a little better.
Yeah, that's good.
I was trying to get like the shape of the head right, and it was looking weird. It always amazes me that my kids can be so loud, and it's mostly my younger son. My older son does not help by any means, but it amazes me that they can be as loud as they can be. And then I go up there and go, can you stop? I'm doing something like, oh, we didn't know. Or what? It's like, where do you think I am? What do you think I'm doing? It's like, you think I'm just like, Dad just left and never came back.
Yeah, right.
Like, can you guys be quiet? Oh, sorry. We didn't realize you were like, of course I am.
It's like, what are you talking about? What?
because it's not like I don't see them in the morning and say, all right, you guys all set? You need anything? I'm going to do this. I'm busy.
Right.
It's like, come on. Come on. But yeah, the only, aside from my Twitch, my Amazon Prime sub, currently Brick and Nick is the only streamer that I pay. And I'm actually over 2 years in now. Because it says the little reminder, like, you've been subscribed to, so-and-so for this long. And I think I'm at like 26 months now.
Wow.
Man, so I got one of the larger light purple hearts on the giant brick heart.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool. I'm like, oh, look, I got a special call out now. It's just like, it's a little harder for me, I think. This is a little bit of now being maybe a little hypocritical, but like the threshold for sub being $5 is, sure. I mean, I wish it was like $3, like just like a little bit more, but I guess like, where does it end? It's sure. Like, it could be anything. Because I mean, that stuff does pile up after a while. I do give back on Patreon. I'm a patron of several other artists. I think I'm in total, I think I give out like $40 every month for Patreon for other artists and content creators, such as yourself, such as Brian Saviano, so I can have my sign in the Minecraft world. Yep. So I try to give back there. And the highest that the tier I've gone for other people on Patreon is $3. I have quite a few that I'm patroned at $3. But it's just a matter of time as I be a little bit more financially stable and things are, then I can give back as well when I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, right. And I mean, for a lot of people, they don't watch any TV or really anything else. It's mostly like interacting in the live streams and doing that. So like that's their form of, instead of Disney Plus and Disney getting their money, it's going to be someone like you or me. Yeah,
I'm amazed at how little TV I watch.
And most people, you and I do rookie numbers compared to how often people actually stream for. I've said that for
minor leagues.
Yeah, like I mean,
we're the putt golf.
We are, yeah. I mean, with the amount, like if you stream with multiple people and you always have a constant, like the 24-hour stream is one thing where you have like a constant flow of people that can hopefully help and like stimulate the conversation.
Yeah.
But if you're just by yourself and you're trying to fill a void of conversation, or it gets really tough. And most of the people that go for 8 or 9 hours act like, the chat is there, but they don't like actively seek out to do conversation. It's just kind of a passive thing.
Yeah, that is something I can definitely understand as things get larger and your channel grows and you have more people watching wherever it is and more people engaging. I get that it gets very difficult to keep up with that kind of stuff. And so I feel like in my own mind, I kind of forgive it. But yeah, when I go to like smaller channels, like really smaller channels, like there's been a couple people on Twitch that I'll pop by and they're Lego building. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll say hi. I don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
And I'll say hi. And there's something kind of like fun about you being like one of 2-3 people on a chat talking to somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, cause you get a lot of attention. It's like, hello. Like, they read everything you say. They respond to every comment you make. And then it's just harder and harder and harder to maintain as it grows. But I kind of like, I have been in other streams that I don't really consider big streams where there's little to no engagement with the chat. And in my mind, in that situation, I'm like, I don't really understand why you're not engaging at all. It's not like it's overwhelming. Right. And then it's kind of like a turnoff. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll move on. Because it's kind of weird for me to be like, why aren't you making any effort to engage with the chat at all? That's the whole point of live anything, is to engage with people.
The people that have like 30,000 people watching at any given point and have it in slow mode, subscriber only mode for chat, and then most of the time they only read your chat
super stuff, right?
Yeah, if it's like a donation.
Yeah.
Like that to me, like if I get to that point, I gotta stop. Like, I shouldn't have to be at a point where people are donating to me to talk to me. Like, that doesn't seem right, you know?
Yep, I got you.
Like, my attention can't be like bought like that. But like those guys, that's what they have to do in order to maintain things, you know?
Sure. People that don't engage with the chat suck. Yeah. I think there's definitely a threshold. It's like I can understand when it gets too large to like give the right attention to the people that are there. But if it's like certain size, I'm like, yeah, you should be making a little bit better effort to engage with people that are there.
A lot of people that they'll stream with multiple people, and they'll basically treat the chat as if like there's an external fifth party watching you and your friends play video games, where if someone comments, it's like, all right, whatever, you disregard it, instead of it being like, oh, this person, like, I look at it like, all right, this person is looking for some form of entertainment and engagement, not like some passive thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Just a
there we go. I guess that's the there's my Cacleon.
Looks good.
I got a lot of space. I definitely got smaller in my drawing size. I was like, yeah, look at these thick donut lips.
Man. Thick. With 2 C's and a Q.
We got Ant McCloud in the chat saying, are you not entertained?
Ant McCloud is always entertained. He's fine.
All right.
Never have to worry about him.
We need another thing to draw. We got John White here. Yep. Pietro from Animal Crossing. Sure.
Oh, an Animal Crossing suggestion. Oh.
I don't know who it is, but sure. Let's see.
I'm drawing a blank on who Pietro is.
Animal
I feel like I should know that.
Crossing.
Is he a hawk? I think so.
It's like a clown.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like a clown with like horns? Like
so he's a goat. He is one of the newer, more beloved villagers. He's like a ram in a way.
I got it. Yeah, because it's got like ram horns.
Yeah. You dropped the ball on that one, Brian. I know. I'm sorry. A lot of characters to remember across a franchise that's 20 years old. My sincere apologies.
Even Doc's like, how can Brian not know that? It's like all of a sudden all they come in.
I only know a couple of the newer ones. One of them is like Raymond.
Those Lego video game characters.
Yeah, right. One of them is Raymond. And so to the extent of what people are doing for Animal Crossing, like, so there's only certain ways you can get certain villagers in your town. So there's actually people who are on forums and online, like selling the ability to get this villager to go to your town. That's how passionate people are to get like specific ones. That's
like, isn't there Cool Colors? Thank you, London Bridge Bricks. Isn't that like some of those other games, right? Like you can like multiplayer online games where you'll like grind for people or like sell your weapons and things. Like that's been a thing forever, right? Like I feel like that's a thing. And to have a Animal Crossing be in that realm is kind of insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a very colorful character. There's a lot of beloved characters of the newest edition of Animal Crossing. It's actually the best selling in the franchise and one of the best selling, I think the best selling game of the year so far.
I feel like unless something really goes wrong, I feel like in the last 5 or so years, when the franchises, whatever franchise it is, especially in the Nintendo realm, whether it's the next Zelda, the next whatever, tend to be like the best selling in the history of that particular franchise. Right? Or am I totally off base with that?
No, I mean, a lot more people are playing video games now more than ever before. And that's always changing every day. And there's more people on board between mobile gaming, Switch gaming being a mobile aspect. It really depends. I would have to see like numbers based on other franchises. But I know that every Nintendo franchise, it's been the top selling of the series, bar none. You know, Breath of the Wild is one of the top of all time. Animal Crossing, top of all time.
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey. But actually, like Mario Maker 2 is not selling, that much greater than Mario Maker 1, even though there's a bigger install base on the Switch. So it's not necessarily tit for tat. But yeah, they're actually predicting that Nintendo could see Wii era sales of the Switch because of everything going on. People are at home, family games, things like that. So
yeah, there's definitely certain businesses that are gonna profit like never before right now. Like, I mean, some of the fast food stuff that I've been talking about, I've mentioned this several times about, what my wife's had to do at her sandwich shop. They're having like grand opening numbers every day. And it's just like, it's kind of interesting, like certain businesses that are just like profiting like nobody's business.
Right. And hey, Kevin, guess what happened?
What happened?
Winter Bricker subscribed with Twitch Prime.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Now you get those emotes in the chat. If you want to spam it a little bit, you can. Go for it.
See you later, Steve. Steve's heading out. Gotta go, but this was fun. Appreciate you.
There you go, Steve. And Steve is also subscribed to the channel with probably the prime time, so thank you.
Oh, there's a teardrop. Okay. Got a teardrop. All right. Got out of prison, I guess.
I was going to say, he's seen some rough stuff, man.
Rough stuff. This is a really kind of a complicated character to draw.
A little bit. Yeah.
Because it's like so there's so many ruffles. All the ruffles.
Yep. Lots of color. So
it's like hard for me to see like where, I guess the hands are just kind of like nubs.
Yeah, it's almost like a piñata style character. There's all sorts of layers to it there.
Very piñata style.
Yes.
Get rid of that. Ghost Frickin' Talking and Steve throwing in the Mr. Hink chill emotes. Hello, Bigfoot. Bigfoot in Twitch chat.
I just got tagged in a post from Joey that was talking about going back to Philly Brickfest last year at this time.
Oh, yep. Yep.
It was just us recreating the Joey teaser.
Good stuff.
That was a time.
That was a time. There's a funny picture of us at Brickfair, Virginia, too, where the Chick-fil-A photo that you're both
on which trip? Trip number 15 or number 23?
Well, that's a good question. The one that you and Joey are both wearing the Is That Joey shirt and sitting in Chick-fil-A eating, I think breakfast. I think is what it was, which is pretty fun.
Was it breakfast, lunch, snack one?
No, only our friend Joey gets the Triple Crown.
Man, I didn't have Chick-fil-A for like 3 months after that. I'm like, man, I can't do this.
Yeah, I love Chick-fil-A too, but that was a lot of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Howie stuff like Philly. Yes, Philly.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, hey, Howie. Is Howie here? I didn't see that.
Yeah, Howie's here.
Hello, Howie.
Howie's stuff is here. I don't know about Howie himself, but it's stuff.
If his stuff's here, then he's here. All right, got some little like peg legs.
Yeah, little nubs. Oh man.
I think I'm gonna do let's see, what time is it? 12:23. Okay, I'll wait until I finish this, until I say whatever I'm gonna do. I'll just hold off.
So what's the so Brick World got canceled or postponed?
Chicago is canceled for this year.
Okay, so
the live stream version of it, like bringing people together, but then not having the public come in. I mean, unless I was reading that wrong, it sounded like it said we were looking at a smaller venue to get exhibitors together to bring their stuff together that we could live stream to a public audience. I thought that was what they were saying.
That's interesting.
All right, let me attempt to put some colors on this.
You know that actually that's a part of one of my grandmaster plans, Kevin. Is if I ended up winning the lottery and I had like basically infinite money at that point.
Infinite money is good.
I would bring all of my friends and friends of the show together to do like the most baller
Bricks
like
up on?
no like charity event, Lego event, like a 24-hour stream, but not everyone on at once, but like everyone has their own time slot. Like one of those like community access events where like everyone has a thing that they do and they blah 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 blah. Like I would fly everyone out and then it'd be like there'd be a convention going on or something, like a whole big like show out of it. Like that's the dream right there.
The dream.
Yep. So like that kind of touches on that a little bit. If they bring people from like all around and then live stream it, like that could work. But like, yeah, I don't know. Disappointed about no physical Brick World this year. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been saying 2020 is canceled. Everything's canceled. If any, don't bank on anything happening this year. Is pretty much where I stand.
It is kind of amazing.
Yep.
It's amazing going through my calendar month after month going, all right, time to delete all these things in here.
Yep.
And I mean, like everything. I'm talking like kids' dentist appointments, shows I was going to go at, Boy Scout trips. You know, it's like I'm like, all right, time to kill everything out of this month.
Yeah.
Now it's time to kill everything out of this month. Now it's time to kill everything out of this month.
And what really stings too is like every other form of media now is getting pushed back at least 6 months to a year. Black Widow has been done for probably like 3 months at this point. It should have been out, but it's not. It's just going to sit on a hard drive until November. It's like, man, this stinks.
You know what I think is so dumb though?
What?
All these commercials that you see.
We're here for you. We are Toyota. We're here for it.
It's like the most ludicrous things. It's like, these are difficult times for us. We are together. We are in this strike.
Shut up.
If you need financing to get your new, like, it's like, I'm not going to buy a car. What are you talking about?
If you purchase a Toyota Camry, Ellie, and within 6 months you get laid off because of COVID-19, we'll cover your payments for 9 months. Like
it's the worst time to be buying a car.
It's the worst time to be doing anything. We all have to sit at home. If you have kids, take care of your kids and just think about who you are as a person. You got to reflect a little bit.
It's time for reflecting.
Are you happy? What makes you happy? You know, pursue your dreams a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, you know?
Yeah.
Something.
Yep.
Because there's nothing else to do.
I mean, like, I get that like the grass is always greener on the other side.
That's what, people have been saying that my entire life, and I keep seeing manure every turn I take.
But I was gonna say, I'm a little jealous of the people that are, financially stable and they're not necessarily having to work right now. So they are like truly diving into hobbies and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, that's fun. I mean, I'm working just as much, if not harder, as I always have. Especially because my wife is almost never here now to help me. So I'm like solo man for everything. Right. But like some of these people that I'm like, I can't help but be a little jealous. And they're like, well, I got, I'm not worried about money. I'm not in financial straits. My company is whatever. So I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. It's like, I wish I could just sit around and do that.
Right. I agree. And I'm thankful that I'm still able to do what I do, and I don't have to worry about that. There's a flip side to it, Yeah,
for sure. That's why I say grass is always greener on the other side.
Right.
But I mean, there is a lot of things that people. Hey, thanks for the bits. Got some bits. Cheer 10 bits. People like talking about starting new hobbies or learning how to do instruments, learning how to play the instrument, and I'm like, man, I'm just still doing what I always do. Yep. Except trying to desperately stay ahead now. That's also been, as we've been discussing lately, my sleep has been awful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not normally that guy. Like I usually get up decently early and I go to bed around 10:30 every night. That's the plan. But with my homeschooling for my kid, it usually takes about 4 or 5 hours out of my day. I don't usually get up early. I get up at like 10, I guess, 9 or 10, eat breakfast, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm doing homeschooling with him. And by the time we get done with homeschooling, and then we got to take a break for lunch, right? I got to make him food. And I can't do my own stuff because he's using my computer to do the schoolwork. And so I sit there with him and help him do that. And then by the time we're finally done, it's usually 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, oh, I can work. And I work for like maybe an hour. And then I got to make dinner. And I'm like, oh, time to make dinner. And so a lot of times I don't even really get started working until after dinner.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, time to start my day. And so what ends up happening is I end up working on commissions and projects until 2:00 in the morning. And then I'm like, well, I got a day's work in now. And then I go to bed. And of course the cycle repeats. And I get up at like 10:00. We do it all again. And I'm just like, this is not sustainable. This is not a sustainable anything right now.
So when do your kids get out of school, technically?
Well, 4:00 would be the normal time of day.
I'm talking date.
As it stands right now, date. I don't know. I don't know, actually. It's a good question. They usually go really late. Hello, Rogue Runner. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I know that it's usually super late because of all these snow day things. Like the rest of my family, cousins and nephews and all that, they're always out of school in Texas like a month before my kids get out here.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's crazy.
And like it just stinks that like there's nothing to look forward to. There's nothing like I mean, the only thing I could see for me personally is that this past year PAX East happened last week of February, and that is known as the last weekend gamers had any fun, because then everything else after that was canceled.
I'm surprised there hasn't been any stories about like so-and-so was exposed at PAX East.
No?
And here's the story.
No, so there was a conference that happened here the same weekend, but that was all like professionals, biotech, and blah, blah, blah. None of them, nothing happened. And how could they trace it back at this point anyways? So by the time everything gets back to hopefully normal would be maybe spring 2021, which is right when PAX East 2021 would start. So maybe that's the silver lining for me, but I don't know what else is coming up to like shoot for, you know?
All right, I'm gonna call it with Pietro. There's Pietro.
There we go.
I was a little lazy with the colors, but that's
good.
I
approve.
Okay, so let's see. 12:32. Yeah, we still got time for some more. Let me see here. Let me look through the chat.
Chat has gone quiet as they're listening to our discussion.
Let's see. Isaac's like, good riddance, Black Widow. It's like, okay. Hot take.
Black Widow's fine.
Hot take. Another 5 bits. Thanks, Isaac.
And I'm pretty sure he's drawn Optimus Prime before, Isaac. I don't know about that one.
Oh, I don't. Actually, I have drawn Optimus before. Yeah. I don't mind doing it again. Let's go ahead and do it again. It's been a while, actually. And I don't think I drew all of Optimus.
Can you draw the Optimus Prime as a truck instead of the
just truck?
Well, you say you don't like drawing vehicles.
I don't. I need to draw more of them. So that's
Optimus Prime as a vehicle.
That's a fair statement. It's a fair statement.
Haha, there we go. And Isaac also asked if my chair showed up yet. No, the chair has not showed up. I did get a new chair because this chair is awful. If I'm going to sit.
So chair stream, right?
Yeah, chair stream 2, the long requested stream that for some reason people really want to see from me.
That's like real content. That's real.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So I ordered it.
Can you name it Chair Stream 2 Electric Boogaloo? That's what you got to do.
Chair Stream 2 Reclining Boogaloo, actually.
Ooh, there it is.
I mean, I streamed me doing the first chair because I was like, you know what? I got nothing to do. Why not? And I guess people really like it. So
I remember watching it.
Well, thank you.
I feel bad saying it and thinking this, but there's something about watching videos of you like struggling and being upset. It's just so entertaining, and I get it. It's like that is also a thing. I know that there are studies and stuff about how people like to quote unquote abuse the streamers that they watch.
Right.
It's like it's very entertaining.
I'm willing to do it to an extent. Like, I mean, yeah, the chair Man, it ended up being a piece of garbage, that off-seat chair, dude. They actually took off. They used to have a phone number on their website that you could call to get support. It's not on there anymore.
That's a good sign.
You can't send them an email. All the parts that were replacement parts, a lot of them are sold out, so I can't even fix it. Nobody's selling the parts on eBay for me to get it secondhand. And any reach out on social media, they haven't responded, and to direct messages. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Sure.
Howie says still avoiding hands. I see. Howie always avoid the hands. Always, if I can. Always. I did a fun Patreon post about all the bad hands that I had drawn for the Joker piece I had done.
I saw you.
It's just hands are difficult. But when you get into a stride, like with anything, when you practice, it's fine. I used to be really good at drawing hands because I would draw them all the time in life drawing and anatomy and classes and stuff. But when you don't draw them, they just get really difficult again. I don't know if I like how this is. I might start again.
Optimus is so tough to draw. So many little parts.
Yeah. Draw him mid-transformation? Is that like
It's just kind of like
in a circle? It's in a circle.
Right. There it is. It's done.
And like hands coming out, and here's the face, the mask. It's like, what is mid-transformation? I feel like mid-transformation is him rolling.
Right.
Like rolling forward and things are moving. And that would be very difficult to draw. Optimus in mid-transform. Okay, let me see. I'm not going to erase that, but I'm going to start over here again to see if I can get like a little bit better pose. I don't know if I like that one. Because this one might end up being the last one for today. So, got to go on a high note.
Right. Watch any of those Transformer movies?
I watched the first two.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Shia LaBeouf. I heard a lot of really good stuff about the Bumblebee reboot movie.
Same.
But I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I was just like, eh.
Getting me to watch movies in particular, it always is very it's a struggle for me. I just can't recently.
In general? Or
yeah.
in theaters?
So I'm very, 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 very particular about how I watch movies. So if it's a movie I want to watch, and if I'm watching it with friends and they've seen it before, and then if I'm invested in what I'm watching, and then I have like Mystery Science Theater 69,000 happening on my left with my friends providing non-insightful commentary, I'm like, you guys shut up. Like, let me focus. So
I would be so annoyed if that was happening.
And you know what? Like, my friends will like add in little comments, or they'll be like, oh my God, did you see that? Like, they'll get all like that. And I'm like, just watch it. Just watch the movie. Like, okay.
My mother's like that.
I can't stand it. Unless it's like, you know, Cap getting the hammer. Like, obviously, the first time that happens, you're like, yeah. But like, most other contexts don't warrant your dumb comments. It's one of those only things that I'm like very specific about and like totally unrealistic in feeling the way that I do. I don't know why I feel this way. Maybe it's just like bad experiences in theaters and whatnot. But like, if there's any sort of like unnecessary like crunching, if someone is like, you know, trying to crack open a soda can, it takes them 45 minutes because they don't want to make as much noise, but then it makes a lot more noise because they're taking 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
And then this person, one of my friends, Charles, he doesn't. So when he cracks open like a soda or something, he doesn't open the can up top all the way. So when he drinks, it makes the sound of like a little bit, like a little bit. And I think it's because it's like any amount of unnecessary noise, like sound effects and things like that, just annoy the ever loving out of me. I can't stand it. I don't know why.
Yeah, my mother is like that with movies. She also, the thing I particularly cannot stand is when we're watching a movie together and neither of us have seen the movie, and we're watching it, and she'll ask me questions
Right.
like, who's that guy? I'm like, I don't know, mother. We haven't seen this movie before. I'm learning as you learn. It's like,
and then Doc's like, I talk to the screen. I can imagine Doc just being like, oh no, this guy's gonna die. This guy doesn't even know what's coming to him. Yep, this guy here.
You can watch his that's his Lego Masters
the commentary track.
Yeah.
Especially while other people are talking. I'm like, just let me listen.
Okay, yeah. If it wasn't apparent, this Optimus is giving me a lot of trouble for some reason.
Yeah.
I went looking for some more reference photos because there's so many panels and things that I'm trying to figure out where the form is underneath. Like, what's the basic shapes to get the other shapes on top of the shapes? So that's what's currently going on here, just for the record.
And I could imagine, like, you know, I'm seeing a movie with Doc and a couple other people, and then like Doc's in the middle, he's just eating popcorn. And he's like, God, this popcorn's good. You guys want some of this popcorn? It's like during like Avengers Endgame, Secret Wars. It's like, guys, you want some of this, right? And he tries to pass it down to the whole line of us. I'm like, Doc, shut up.
And then, of course, the next like 3 seats down, there's these kids that are not blinking as they stare at you sit next to a whatnot in a theater as he eats popcorn.
Oh man.
Is that real? I think it is real.
I've had so many bad experiences in theaters. Like, I can't wait for the day where I can just put on like an 8K headset with giant headphones in a reclining chair and just have it like streamed to me and I can just watch it. Like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I like that. That was the only reason I would ever want to like hit the Mega Millions or reach incredibly high amounts of fame, is so I can afford my own movie theater with one seat in it where I can get the film reel to the back of the theater and just watch all these movies without anyone bothering me. Like,
I don't ever watch like, I don't think when I go to the theaters and watch a movie, which is not often, I'm usually taking my kids because it's usually a movie for them.
Yeah.
And they don't typically talk because they're entertained by the film.
Sure.
Other than that, I go by myself. Like, I went and saw Birds of Prey by myself because I was like, yeah, I want to see this movie and see what this is about.
Yeah.
And it was all right. It wasn't great, but it was all right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I like, if you're going to the movies with people all the time, that can be an issue. Or just seeing movies at home with people all the time. That's an issue. It's like, you got to watch it all by yourself so that nobody.
Yeah. It's the only thing I'm like super, super particular about to some degree. Like, have you ever tried on like a VR headset?
No. Wait, actually, yeah. One time.
So on the PlayStation VR, like when you put the headset on, it's pretty light and everything, and the screen resolution isn't great. But when you're looking at the screen, if you're just like playing, because you can obviously play in VR, but if you're just like having like, you can watch Netflix in the headset and just sit there, like the scale of it looks like you're in an IMAX theater with how big the screen looks.
Yeah.
So just imagine that in 4K, like you'd never leave your seat. Like, you have a whole theater right here. Like,
it's pretty cool.
I can't wait.
You know, what's funny is I just remembered the only time I ever wore like a VR headset was actually at Lego. Because I was testing a new VR Lego game for feedback. And of course, surprise, surprise, never has seen the light of day.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool, but I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And if it's interesting, that means they're never going to do it.
Brick Studio and Awesome Recreations in the chat. Hello. Who's chatting with you, Kevin? What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Bricks O'Brien.
Coming at you.
At you with the spiciest Fortnite gameplay you've ever seen in the past 45 minutes here with Kevin A. Hinkle.
And we only did a llama. Like, we just threw a llama. We didn't even play the game.
Best Fortnite clip I've seen all week.
That's right. There you go. I'm not like super happy with this, but I'm happy enough to keep going.
Yeah, just enough.
Just enough. I think the head is a little too big because it's actually very small compared to the body. This needs to be a lot bigger.
Kind of looks like a Gundam.
It does kind of look like a Gundam, yeah.
It's fine. I'm surprised Lego hasn't done more robots like Voltron, like Gundam models like that.
I think it's because it gets expensive. Because you have to put so many parts for stability. If you want it to look good too. Yeah. It's like it can look good or it can stand up. Which one do you want?
Right.
And so I think that's a guess. I don't know. I think it's a cost thing, a little bit of a design thing, maybe.
Yeah, because I've seen people buy Voltron just because it's a giant robot model. And then obviously you have now I'm drawing a blank the second I want to say it. That Lego theme, Exoforce, like that's all Gundams and mechs and stuff. That'd be cool.
Brick Studios says, "Can I be your guest sometime soon?" So it's not necessarily a guest. It is somebody that comes on and helps me read the chat. Can you come on and read all the chat for me and monitor that stuff? That is the criteria I look for, is someone who can come on, keep the conversation going, and mostly pay attention to the chat for me while I draw.
Don't get Doc Samson and I started on Voltron. I won't, London. I was just saying for the sake of giant robots and the like. I was never a big like anime Gundam kind of a guy, obviously, but
yeah, I wasn't really either. I like some of the designs of the Gundams. Like, oh, that looks cool. But wasn't really into the shows. I really liked the Big O robot, though, if you ever saw that show.
No, I think you drew it one time, right?
No, I don't think I've drawn it because it's very unique.
Yeah,
in how it looks. But that I really see. I did it again. These shoulders are like not right at all. They need to be like 3 times bigger. I am all off on my proportions on this.
It looks more like the animated show then.
Yeah, I apologize, Isaac. They're not all home runs.
These are doodles after all, not commissions.
These are doodle, indeed. This is just doodle work. I have to remind myself of that sometimes too. I'm like, oh yeah, this is just me just messing around.
And Bricksomniac is in the chat. Hello.
What is up, Bricksomniac? Welcome to the stream. I guess I'm gonna. Oh, that's a siren. All right.
Sorry.
That's a siren. All right. I guess I'm gonna put this symbol on there.
Yeah, usually you can't hear the sirens. Like not too bad. I'm like right in like a downtown area.
So you get that a lot?
Yeah. There's like a ambulance like garage like across the street, kind of.
Oh.
So that
it's not as bad as me having that fire station right down the.
I haven't actually heard it. I don't think
it hasn't gone off yet today. It will. Don't worry. Hasn't today yet though.
I forget. Is that faulty or just because people are dumb?
No, that's the actual fire alarm for the town.
No, but like, do people pull it or is it just faulty?
No, that's how they get the firefighters to show up. So when someone calls and there's some kind of emergency in the town, the 100% volunteer fire department, so they use the siren to get people in the town to show up to the fire station so that they can do their job. It's very annoying.
Until the one day you need to call for an actual reason.
Yeah, then it'll be all right. Then I'm okay with it. It was kind of, I mean, funny is not really the right word, but I went to the post office, which is right next to the fire department. This was a while ago, and I left. And on my way back is when I watched a drunk driver plow into the side of a building right in front of me. And I was like, I was kind of in like a state of disbelief because I'm like, did that just happen? Because it did.
Yeah.
And I mean, like totally, like the guy, like pedal to the metal, tires screeching, smoke billowing out of his car, and just went straight into a building.
Oh my God.
I was like, huh. He got out. He got out of his car. His face was like covered in blood. It was like really something out of a movie. And then he just walked away, which I thought was very bizarre. And so I was just standing there. I was literally the only person there that was like there, like watching it happen.
Right.
And I'm like, huh. And then within like 5 seconds, I hear like the, I was like, oh, there it is. I'm like, this is so interesting. But it was kind of weird because right after that, like people just emerged like cockroaches. It was like I was by myself out there watching this guy, and he was totally drunk. He like got up, walked away, and they picked him up like 10 minutes down the road. But like people just emerged from everywhere. Like, oh my God, did you see that? I'm like, I did. I was standing right here. I was the only person. I don't know where all you people came from, but it was weird. It was so weird. That's actually that photo. I took a photo of me in front of the wrecked car into the side of the building, and I sent it to Julian, and Julian used it as the thumbnail for one of the podcasts or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But it was so bizarre. It was so weird. I'm like, that really just happened. That guy just plowed headfirst into that building with his car.
I don't know how you deal with being basically middle of nowhere Connecticut. I couldn't. like you would have to give me a really good deal at Lego to get me to be down there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought it was leading into bigger and greater things, you know.
Sure.
It seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
Yeah, right.
I don't regret it, but I'm ready to move on. That is for sure. Ready to move on to the next chapter, which will not be in Connecticut. I don't know when. I don't know where, but ready for the next one. Isaac says, what are you apologizing for? Nothing. Nothing now.
It looks great.
If it looks great, then nothing now. It's not a doodle stream if I'm not displeased with my work.
So like otherwise, what do you do for fun down there?
For fun.
Like when you're able to, you know, like a Friday night, you want to go out, you don't want to be in the house, you know, you don't have family there, not a lot of family. So like, what do you do?
Nothing. I mean, sometimes we go to the mall, I guess. You
go to the Enfield Mall?
No, that's a terrible mall.
I was gonna say that's where dreams go to die. You can't go.
Nobody goes to the Enfield Commons.
Go to the Enfield Commons just to look and be like, man, this is sad. Let's keep driving.
Yeah, the mall in Manchester, Connecticut is usually where we go, which is okay. It's still like, I feel like malls today are not like malls when I was a kid.
No, not at all.
Like malls when I was a kid, they had like arcades.
Yep.
Like every mall I went to always had a pet store in it.
Yep.
They'd have like these giant electronic kind of stores, like, you know, the FYE kind of things. And all that stuff doesn't exist anymore. It's like all clothing. It's like all clothing. There's a couple like kitchen stores, and you're like, how are you in business?
Right.
And then like a GameStop. So sometimes we go to the mall. Sometimes we'll go see a movie. You know, we don't go to the movies often as a family because that's like a $60 to $80 affair.
Sure.
For everybody, because we're also the kind of family that if we're going to go to the movies, we're also going to get a snack while we're there.
Of course.
Because they're going to make it a thing. Other than that, I mean, there's stuff to do, but we've done it,
Right.
Like we've gone to Mystic, Connecticut. We've gone to the seaport. We've gone to the aquarium. It's not like so amazing that I'm like, oh, we can come here every week. It's like, no, we did it. We went to the aquarium. We saw it.
Right.
Depending on the season, there might be something to do, like go to like it's always fun doing the whole pick your pumpkin stuff, but that's like once a year for 30 minutes for Halloween.
Are you a Reddit user at all?
No, I don't even have an account, I don't think.
Oh, really? There's a good subreddit, which is basically they're like forums where it's r/dead malls, and it just shows like all these malls that not only are they all vacant and like I'm talking like middle of nowhere Kansas, like Arkansas, Wisconsin, like really like makes the Enfield Mall look bumpin' type dead. And it shows not only them being dead, but then what they looked like in their heyday. And like it makes me miss it, even though I never experienced it. Like just the vibe and the aesthetic. Like
what's really weird. What's really, really weird here. Brixomniac says rake leaves. I hate raking leaves. Is this little town I live in, this little Broadbrook, Connecticut town. This is very much a town. Yeah. Like in terms of like legal paperwork and like trash collection and voting and all that other stuff, like Broadbrook doesn't register because it's too small.
Wow.
So I get like rolled up into the next town, which is East Windsor, Connecticut. So like my trash cans say East Windsor on them, but even though I live in Broadbrook. But it used to be a major town. Apparently there was a massive like fabric textile factory down the street from me. And there's like a little river, little lake thing, and it was like huge. It was a huge center of commerce. That's why there's a post office down the street. And that's why there's like a old, it's now a liquor store, but it used to be a bank. And it's really cool because it's a very old school bank because it has like the old school architecture and like the bank vault, like in a bell outside. Like it's kind of neat, but it's a liquor store now. And apparently there was this, there's these old pictures of the town just like hopping with like all kinds of little buildings and people. And there was a train station. There's train tracks behind my house, but they've never been used the entire 3 years I've lived here. But there was a train station, and then apparently a gigantic fire burned the entire factory down. And all the people that lived in the town that worked at the factory all left to go work elsewhere. And then it just never recovered. And so now it's this tiny little nothing little town, which is 15 minutes away from Enfield, which is where I needed to work. So, hey, there's Optimus.
So I don't know what the theme for next week is going to be, but if at some point you could build that, or rather draw that textile factory on fire in honor of Broadbrook, Connecticut.
In honor of the town.
Yes.
Hire Brian to rake the leaves. Tell him you'll pay Brian in Lego.
He couldn't pay me enough in Lego to rake his leaves. Drive 2 hours to his house and back.
Rake leaves. Isaac, before I lived at this house, a crazy driver came around the curve and lost control and slammed right in the front of the house and went through it. Yep.
Ouch.
That's a thing that happens. Permission to take a screenshot? Absolutely. By all means. Here, I'll turn off the comment too so that it's not blocking. And then I'll zoom. So we're at the end of
like on the live stream. How about that? Or you support them on Patreon.
Yep. All of a sudden, there's the barrier. So thank you for everybody for being here. Thanks for the bits too. I see some more bits in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate you guys as always being here. We're at 12:58, so I'm going to take us on a tour of all of our doodles today, as we like to do. That is our tradition. Let me disconnect my tablet and get that out of here, because that takes up a lot of space. All right, so let's see. What did we draw today? So we started right up here in the upper right-hand corner with my third version, or actually my fourth version of the COVID-19 guy. Last time I gave him like a old school bank robber, like Harley Quinn mask. So this time I just left him, he's just angry. So we've got COVID-19 as a cartoony character fighting a knight, and the knight's got the little hospital emblem on the shield. I thought that was kind of fun. So that was our first doodle. I went hardcore on the second one with Papa Bear's Minotaur character, which was insanely complicated. But it was like a Minotaur / human. Super crazy. Super crazy. Then we've got Link as a minifigure. That one came out pretty good. And here's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man eating a Lego brick. Much bigger than a normal Lego brick because he's gigantic. So, and we've got some donut lips. Hashtag donut lips.
Big lips.
We got the sad, or I should say tired. The tired donut who has his I Heart Excel mug. And then we've got R2-D2 in honor of upcoming May the 4th. Here is a cyborg with Doc Ock hands. And I just kind of made it up. I didn't really have, I searched cyborg, but I got a bunch of cyborg from DC Comics. I was like, I don't want to do that cyborg. So kind of messed up. I mean, not messed up, made up. We've got Cacleon down here, Pokemon Gen 3, right? Gen 3. It's a Gen.
Yes, sir.
That's my weakest Gen. I know the least amount of that one. We've got Pietro down here from Animal Crossing, apparently a ram or a goat of some kind who's also a clown. And we've got our Loot Llama. That one came out pretty good. There's our Loot Llama. Here's an 8-bit Lego minifigure doing a little walk. That one also came out pretty good. And our last one was Optimus. I was trying to go for the whole thing, but I got frustrated. So I stopped at the half body. But it's okay. I still think the body needs to be a lot bigger because the head is small. It's a small head on the giant chest area. But there it is. There's Optimus. Here it is, everybody, in all of its glory. There's all the doodles from today. I appreciate you guys sticking around. As always, if one of these was your request and you would like it, just let me know. Send me a message on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Just say, hey, send me a snapshot. I'd be happy to do that. I can crop it out of the picture and send it to you. You can find me on everything. You can find me on all the things right there at Mr. Kevin Hinkle or at MrHinkleDraws. I closely follow both. So feel free to send a message. If you'd like your drawing sent to you, I would be happy to do so. Let's see. Galligate says the donut has got to be my favorite.
Those lips. Those delicious lips.
I mean, I can only see the lips now. Let me take that back off the boop. I left the little ticker on there today. Was that like distracting or does it help at all? I don't know.
Is there a way for you to make it slower?
No, I tried. You cannot change the speed at all.
Yeah.
I wanted it a little slower, but I couldn't find a way to do it.
Yeah, if you could make it slower and add a few more things to it, I add all my patrons, but you could add other stuff too.
So again, limited to what I have here, in StreamYard, it gives me a limit of 200 characters for that.
Oh,
that is using, I think, 170, I think.
Oh, I gotcha.
So yeah, because I was like, oh, I could do this or this or this, and I can't change the speed. I was just trying it out. I don't know. Let me know, especially anybody that watched live or if you watched on the replay, if it was like a distracting, you didn't like it. I don't mind killing it. I was just trying it out to see if it was interesting. Mostly because I want to be able to throw stuff up there so you guys can see where to find me. But I'm also like, sometimes I forget to do that. So I just like, oh, if that's going, I don't even have to think about it. But let me know. Everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks, Brian, for engaging in Animal Crossing chores as well as entertaining the masses.
I'm very caught up on Animal Crossing, so not as many chores today, but I'm
good.
Always happy to be chat MC whenever you'll have me, and hopefully the audience doesn't mind as well.
Yep. Doc says ticker's fine. Fazoom says, forget it. I love it.
Get it out of here.
Get it out of here. And then Capcom Lego says, we know where to find you, Kevin. Don't worry. Yep. I'm always, always thinking about anybody that's new that pops by as well. I appreciate all you guys coming back and joining me for another episode. We'll be back again next week. Let me just make sure. I don't know why I'm looking at my calendar as if I have anything going on. Next week is good. So we'll be back for episode 30 of Doodle Stream next week, and it'll be our first themed episode. So obviously you guys are all welcome back, and we're going to try that out and see how that works. So I'll come up with a theme and see how that flows. I'm looking forward to it. So everybody, thank you for your time. Thanks for all your support across all the different platforms, all the different things. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. And goodbye.